good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good day. Hope you're all very well, as we are, relatively so, I suppose, at our age. I hope everybody's well, and it's great to see everybody here. 23 in the house, and looking forward to having a chat with each and every one of you, if at all possible. So there we go. Saturday night on the 14th of January, and to be frank with you, it's an absolutely, or has been an absolutely miserable day. In fact, it's been a miserable few days here in the UK, and I do hope wherever you may well be, it's been a lot better than what it is. We've had torrential rain, as they call it, or liquid sunshine, someone said the other day. Don't quite get that one, but however, according to that, I should be suntanned. Yeah, it's been awful. We've had some horrible weather, and I think it's going to continue, quite frankly. But there we go. That's a part and parcel of living where we do. Where are we? We're mid-January, just about. We get January out of the way, and then hopefully February, March time, when it gets a bit windy and all that nonsense, we then move into the spring. Although I have seen some of our neighbours saying that they've actually already seen snowdrops coming up. Isn't nature wonderful? How it does it, I have no idea. How it knows what time to come up, what time to go down, I really don't know. But it's pretty damn clever, it has to be said. So what have we been up to? Well, well, what we have managed to do is to manage to book ourselves another cruise. And that will be in September. So it's quite a way away, but it's something to look forward to, I should say. As again, we are looking forward to going out away in beginning of April. So if anybody would like to take the stream on for the beginning of April for a couple of weeks, give me a shout. And there are one or two people I know, and certainly Ken will always jump in. Mick, whenever if he's able to, will always come in. Stella, if you're here, I know you expressed interest. It's quite easy to do. Just sit here and talk bollocks like I do. It's quite easy. And then hopefully everybody comes along as a yap and leads you to it. As far as what we've been up to, frankly, it's not a lot. And I think I said the same the last couple of weeks. It's just been so damn miserable. Although I have been looking at recently, there is a mower I might be able to flip, and I've made a silly offer on it, and I'm waiting to hear back if well, they've advertised it. It's not running spares, and I said, well, I'll offer you a certain amount of money. If they don't take it, fair enough, nothing's lost. But apart from that, very, very little. I mean, the garage has been flooded with my workshop. I grandly call it a workshop. It's my garage. It's what I call a tandem garage. You get one car in behind the other. So it's not wide, it's long. But I grandly call it my workshop, or my shop, as they say in the States. And there's all sorts of bits and bobs in there. When I wade through the water. Of course, the other thing is we found, because of all this rain and stuff, we now found we have damp in one area in the house. Part of our house has become moist by the chimney pot. And we actually had that rebuilt for 6-7 years ago. So the chap's going to come back and have a look for us. This house, I'm going to start calling it Noah's Ark, because we've always had problems with rain, water, one thing and another. God knows why. Probably because it was jerry built. I think, am I allowed to say jerry built? No, basically means not built particularly well, not using the best ingredients or bricks, I should say. Whatever. And the other thing was recently a friend of ours who we knew relatively well, unfortunately passed away. And his wife, Peter, his name was, knocked on the door one day and had some of his belongings, some of his effects that she wanted to be returned back to the clubs that he belonged to, and we've managed to be able to get that sorted out for him, and that's been quite yeah. It's always nice to help somebody, even in times of need, and when things are not particularly good, and they weren't, because bless her, we are talking about a lady in the early 90s, turns up, knocks on the door, and floods of tears, and whatever. We do our best. It's very easy to become friends and acquaintances of people you know in good times. It's not sometimes quite so easy to do it in bad times, when they're going through a rough time. Um, yeah, so I felt that we've done a little bit of good this week and nothing else. Me personally, I woke up today, I felt like absolute crap. I thought I had the old coronavirus and I had to do a test this morning. This turns negative, thank God. The only reason I tested because I worked this week, there was one of my colleagues who went home sick. And I thought, yeah, I know what's going to happen here next. But fortunately, I've gone negative. Although I did feel absolutely bloody rotten this morning. My wife blames it on the beer. Not enough. Which, of course, I've really managed to run out of. Hence the reason I'm drinking lemonade and lime. Believe that if you will. So there we go. I mean, not a lot, as I said, not a lot's been going on. I guess it's the time of year, isn't it? I think, does everybody like us batten down the hatches a little bit and think, just shut the door, turn off the lights, lock the doors, and then sit in front of the TV or StreamYard or YouTube or whatever it is you do, and wait for better weather, better times to come. So we'll wait and see on that. Friends of ours are away. Did I say that? Yeah, we're on this cruise, and they're going away again in 10 days' time. So we should miss them, and I hope they have a lovely time. I'm sure they will. And we, as I said, just booked something in September. It's ridiculous, really. It really is. But we got a very good deal, actually, and we're off down to the Mediterranean and looking forward to it. So there we go. And it's my son's birthday today. So, and I'm sure he won't be watching this. I think his old man embarrasses him sometimes. Anyway, Sam, if you are watching, happy birthday, mate. 31, 32, I think you are. Many happy returns, mate. I sent you a card, but I forgot to give you a call. So what I might do tonight, when I finish there at 9 o'clock, I will give him a call just to wish him a happy. I was never a good dad, to be honest with you. I dropped him twice when he's a babe. Anyway, there we go. That's a lot of nonsense spoken, as always. Let's have a look, see who's making any of the comments, and then we'll obviously put up the link and see if anybody would like to come along and have a yap. By the way, nice t-shirt, eh? I think it's Cornish colours, very close to Cornish colours anyway, down in Cornwall. So let's have a look, see where are we. Mick Hardy, Mick Hardy saying good evening and hello to Henry. Good evening, Mick. I hope you're very well, my friend. We look forward to seeing you. Oh no, Bill is playing with his. Oh dear Lord, Bill is playing with his tools. And good evening to you, into your Bill. And I'm going to move on very quickly. DNR Small Engines. I've got an awful sense of humour sometimes. DNR Small Engines saying good evening to myself and everybody else, thank goodness. And Bill and Mick is saying hello to Bill, who continues to play with his tools. Oh dear, I'll move on quick. He's saying hello to everybody else as well. Daniel, Ian, A-U-E-N, Ian, I presume. Good evening, my friend. I hope you're well. And Danielle, is it Danielle? I think I might have dropped if I dropped a doo-doo there. Is that a lady or a man? I can't see. Whoever Danielle, and I think you're probably a lady, I hope, you're welcome. And if I got it wrong, then I apologize most profusely. But it won't be the first time I get things mixed up. Incidentally, talking about getting mixed up, I work part-time in a doctor's surgery, answering the telephones and talking to, as I say, the great unwashed. Great unwashed being patients. And as probably throughout the whole world now, certainly here in the UK, patients have can become quite rude and aggressive. And I've been called so many names you would not believe. Some of them I've never even heard of. But certainly some of the young women of all things seem to have quite a wide vocabulary about how to insult people. Anyway, I've been promising myself I'm going to finish or whatever. I've done it for 4.5 years now. Anyway, I've now managed to apply and they've accepted. I'm going to drop my hours down to 2 days a week rather than 3, with the view that eventually, obviously, I'm going to retire. I'm 70 years old now. I really don't want to be called a, oh, I'll leave it to your imagination, on a regular daily basis, despite trying to help people. Yeah, it's difficult to try and imagine how rude people can be. Obviously, they're obviously frightened, annoyed, frustrated, angry. But I would certainly never talk to anybody like the way they talk to me and my colleagues, to be fair. And I've seen my colleagues in floods of tears, most of them ladies, most of them not all, with having to put up with the abuse. Moving on, Phil, before we keep going. Where are we? Sorry, Daniel. Hello there. Yes. Right, moving on. Henry, good evening, Henry. I hope you're well, my friend. I see you up at the very beginning. It's great to see you as always. I hope not to embarrass you, my friend, but I do know that you've celebrated, if that's the right word, the loss of your dear son some years ago. And I, along with everybody else, offer our sincere condolences, my friend. And I don't want to try and embarrass you, but we do think of you. We do. Let's have a look. Danielle, I think it's probably running good enough for the time being. I think, yes. Talking about lawnmowers anyway. I won't put that up at the moment. There we go. Henry saying hello to everybody else, and Guy's still playing with his tools. Bill, you don't ever change your name, mate, for God's sake. Don't ever change your name. Hobby Motors here. Hello, Hobby Motors. It's TC time. I better get dressed. Come on, Klaus, get your kit on, boy. We don't really want to see anything else. Oh, dear Lord. Henry saying hello to everybody else. I work my way down through here now. He's still playing. Hostan or Hostan. Hello, everybody in the chat today. Good evening, Hoss. I hope you're well. Have we met before? If not, then I look forward to having a chat with you, mate. By all means, pop in and say hello. I'll be about saying hello to Hoss. Mac 210's here. Good evening, Mac. Hope you're very well. Nice to see you. I work my way down through here. Sandy Ross. He says that Bill's all over the chat room. Yes, okay. Then before we go any further, as I said, there's 49, would you believe, watching this silly old fool talking nonsense. Let's put the invite out and see you like to come along and have a chat. As I say, each and every one of you are more than welcome. You all know the rules, and I don't need to spell them out. No bad language, obviously. No nudity. God forbid. Oh dear, oh dear. No profanity and all that type of thing. Just be kind to everybody. It's much easier to be kind than it is to be rude. There we go. I'll put the link out, and I look forward to seeing you all up here in a few minutes' time. Sandy Rose is saying, I see already we're filling up downstairs. Is that the right way to say filling up downstairs? I'm not quite so sure why you should say that. Whatever, it's not important. Glyn Rogers is saying hello to everybody in the chat. Bill is telling us he has a fun project going on at the moment, so no doubt he'll be telling us all about that. There we go. I work my way down through. If I miss you, please do give me a shout. It keeps jumping the comments. Matt 10 saying hello, Sally Rose. Bruce Shop 998. Hello, Bruce. And I know you're down in sunny Mexico on your walkabouts, and it'd be great to see you, mate. No doubt, fully tanned, full of money that you've picked off at the beaches with your metal detector. And we look forward to having a chat in a minute, mate. Bear with me. I think I'm getting Bill Clement. Good evening, Bill. I hope you're well. Randy Torbelli. Good evening, Randy. I hope you're well, my friend. Lovely to see you. Hobby Motors, I'd like some thumbs up. Yes, please. I think we're on the grand total of subscribers of 302. So we're flying, absolutely flying. I was going to put out a a video this week of me starting up this MS-181 chainsaw after a total rebuild. But I didn't get around to it. And apart from that, it's too cold out there. I'm not going to go out there and get cold. I'm too old. Poor old bugger like me. Sally Rose is saying hello to everybody else. Gary Ross. Hello, mate. I hope you're well. Gary Ross, good to see you. All right, Conker, mate. Good for you, mate. Good to see you. There we go. Oh, no, he's jumped again. Keep on moving down. I've not had a chance to talk to Mick this week either, funny enough. Although I know he's been pretty busy. Tim Palmer, good evening, Tim. Hope you're well, my friend, as always. Mick Hardy, good evening. He's saying hello to Bruce and saying hello to Klaus. Henry's saying hello to everybody. Where are you, Henry? I can see you downstairs, mate. Nice t-shirt, by the way, Henry. Where are we? Moving on down through, and we're nearly there. Mick Hardy, I think I've said hello. Randy's saying hello. Sandy Rose, Grasscat Palmer, Mac 210, and Mick, bless him, is probably ringing me as we speak. Let's double check. Yes. Hello, Mick. Hope you're well, my friend. Enjoy your hot sauce that I sent you. He'll tell you about that later on, no doubt. Gary Clifton saying hello to everybody else, and we're there. Are we there? We're just about. Yep. Right. I've got everybody. So let's have a look and see who's down in the cellar this evening. A fine bunch of men. So where's Stella? Have a bit of class. Anyway, let's have a look. See. So let's start off with Bill. Good evening, my friend.
Good evening. Yeah, I got a good project going today.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to hearing about that, my friend. Let me get everybody up, and then you can tell us all about it. Does it involve money? That's the thing.
Only that much. So it's your favorite kind of project.
Oh, then we are definitely interested. Henry, good evening.
How you doing, Phil?
Good to see you, my friend. Nice T-shirt. Where did you get that from, I wonder?
I think it was from Denmark.
Denmark. Oh, yeah. So this Denmark fella can afford to send to the States, but not to the UK. I'll have to have a word with him, I think. And I can see him smiling down there as well. Good evening, Wayne. How are you, my friend?
Good evening.
You keeping
Nice
well?
hat.
Yeah, good. I would have thought that Mick sent that to you from Denmark.
No, my buddy Klaus.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. And all the way from Mexico. Bruce, good evening, my friend. Oh, no, that's just rubbing it in.
Hey, Bruce.
Hello, gentlemen.
No doubt Ken will be wearing one as well. Oh, Ken, you're not wearing one.
Hey,
Yeah.
In the
There
man
seems to be
cave.
an awful lot of beer drinking going on in the Ken's household.
Yep.
Swilling.
No.
You're
We're
swilling.
in Gary's man cave.
His wife won't let him drink, so he goes to Gary's house.
I brew it here too.
Here's the man that's caused all the trouble. There you go. Look, he's done nothing but cause trouble, this fella.
We do mugs as well. Absolutely fantastic, Bruce. Hank, fantastic. You
Bruce,
guys
it would
are
have been
great.
great if you had
Mugs
that
up
shirt
in the
translated to Spanish.
There's a notable shortage
Hobby
in the
motor.
UK, I would say that, Klaus.
Yeah.
Notable shortage.
Hey, Klaus, this is for you, Klaus. Cheers.
Hold on. I'll be right there. Hold on. This
Not
is
some lemonade, is that
a Baltic
This is
IPA.
probably the first beer I've had in years.
I know.
Cheers.
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest beer. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You're
Many
so
people-
pure, you
many
glow in the
people-
dark.
there's-
Is
Cheers.
this your home brew, Mark? Is it your own brew? Is it?
Not this one.
Not that one. Well, that's a bit of a disappointment. I mean,
Well, I know. I
we
came up
heard
here
all about
and
your
he's
brewing
got
prowess.
the 47 taps over here, so we're wondering.
I mean, I could open up the rocket fuel on nitro if he wants, but I think he would wind up staying here.
I got to drive home.
There's a futon right behind us here.
Very nice lunch, though. Treated me to lunch.
Yeah, he
Good.
made the trip up here. Why not? The next time.
So you guys live quite close to each other, I guess.
About 35 miles.
Sorry?
No, 35 minutes.
Oh,
35 minutes. Oh, that's not
25 miles.
pretty close.
25 minutes.
Yeah,
Well, it's good to
In
see
Texas,
both
35 minutes is 100 miles.
100. Yeah. Yeah, we had. You can't. I don't know if people all get out of the way. You could. There's the diner.
We got the diner booth back there. We had lunch at the diner.
Nice.
Is this your place, is it, Mark?
No,
Gary,
Gary's.
Gary.
Gary.
Gary, I
Gary,
beg your pardon.
base
I beg your
power
pardon, yeah.
1985.
So you've obviously got far too much money.
Okay.
That's right, Phil. You're old.
I'm really interested, Bill. You're going to have to tell us about your latest project that you're going to make a fortune with.
Well, I don't know if I'll make a fortune, but I woke up Monday in a mood. So I said,
Uh-oh.
I want something fun to play with. And so Monday I went and bought a pair of a weed eater and a blower for, I think I paid $10 each for them.
You are that sod like the rest of us.
The weed eater started first pull, and I traded it for that.
Hang on, mate. Hang on. Where are
Oh, we got glare.
Oh,
It's
we?
go-kart.
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 Yeah. So now I took it and I thought, what do I want to do with it? Now it had a motor on it. It had a Subaru Robin 4-horse motor on it. I thought, what do I want to do with this? It's already got the street slicks on it. It's got a good clutch on it. I got the motor started, and you could tell the piston was doing its best to go sideways. It was clattering like there's no tomorrow. So I said, okay, pull the motor off. I stripped it down, and I took a vote for everybody online for what motor to put in it. I personally want to put a whole bunch of weed eater motors on it, and that will happen. But I said I'll let them vote for the first motor, and that Subaru motor wasn't going to be it because it's blown up. Believe it or not, chainsaws came in second. Weed eaters came in third. And almost everybody that said weed eaters said a whole bunch of them. So I'm working on brackets for that right now to put multiple weed eater engines on it. But what I didn't expect, what surprised me that this is what it looks like this morning.
Hang on,
Where's
mate.
it at?
Yeah.
Predator.
Put a 6.5
Oh,
Predator
yeah,
on it.
Predator, yeah.
Yeah, wait. So,
Oh, there
yeah,
you
so
go.
it's a nice little race cart. And we're going to extend the frame. Now I'm going to extend it in front of the tires so I don't ruin the center of gravity in front of the front tires. So, because, I've got a 34-inch inseam. I don't fit in it.
I just want to ask a question, Bill. What on earth are you going to do with it?
The same thing I do with everything. I'm going to play with it and sell it.
Yeah, but Bill,
First,
when
I'm
you
going to
ride a
play with it.
go-kart, aren't your legs supposed to be like this and your knees straight up in the air when you ride a go-kart?
Well, when you're racing, I'm sure. But I want one that I can go like this. But yeah, I haven't worked out the exact motor combinations, but I said, okay, the Predator motor came in first, so I went and bought one last night. I bought a brand new one. The chainsaw came in second, so when I'm done, when I get bored with this, oh yeah, John said put a Hayabusa on it. He wants to get me killed. John doesn't like me anymore.
Yeah, but you'd hit the gas, it would just melt the tire. It wouldn't do anything.
Well, now I'm going to switch it off to a posi if traction becomes a problem.
Or skip
Yeah,
traction altogether and just turn it into a drift cart.
Well, then posi would be a good thing. I just
If
weld
you-
it.
Drift cart, make it a
Bill,
drift cart.
if you don't mind me saying, mate, don't you feel you're just a tad too old now to be playing around with that stuff?
You act like I'm your age. Come on now.
I used
I
to race
told- I
karts
told-
years ago.
I told
Now,
him to put
for-
a hit
for-
and miss on it.
For all the kids out there, appreciate that when you're a kid, there's one problem. You can't afford fun toys. When you get
Right.
older, you're too old for fun toys. You gotta pick someplace in the middle where you go get fun toys.
You're going to be putting it on a dyno, right? That's what you said in your video.
Well, now I don't. Well, no. The problem I ran into was how do you dyno a weed eater?
No,
I don't know.
I'm talking about the go-kart with the tire. Put it on a dyno with those tires. Like, is there a dyno that you can set that down and clamp it down to?
Not that I know of it. Keep in mind, most dynos don't really get into their groove until about 5,000 RPM.
Yeah, but you'd have to get a bolt-on dyno where it actually bolts to the hub, not using the traction off the wheel.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. And
Well,
because I
Bill-
thought about the
Bill-
weed eaters, and I thought the
Bill-
problem I've got is a clutch for the weed eaters. And then it occurred to me that if I put, let's say, 2 weed eater motors on, I've got 2 clutches. If I put 4 on, I've got 4 clutches. It'll work. And I'll gear it up, of course, because of the lack of torque I've got in a weed eater. But they
Bill-
run 3
Bill,
times as
is-
fast.
Bill,
So I can put a
it-
3-to-1 drive on it.
Bill, is it a one-wheel peel or does it have a shaft or?
It currently is 1, and it's just about 5 minutes with an arc welder away from full posi.
Yeah, but you got that jack shaft, right? So you got a double reduction?
Yes, I've got double reduction right now. And the nice part about having a jack shaft is you can put any gears on it you want, because obviously, because I'm going to use 3 or 4 or 5 different motor combinations on it before I get rid of it, I'm going to want different gears for every motor because I don't want it to go 100, but I do want it to like peel your skin off when it accelerates.
I think it's a recipe for disaster. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, you know, it's the first thing my wife said was, "I don't remember. Do you own a helmet?" And I said, "I don't need one." I said, "I don't need one for stock." She says, "You need a helmet." And I said, "Okay."
Well, I used to many years ago in my late 20s. I used to race karts. They weren't called go-karts; they were called karts. And I know I was my highest speed on the straight was 103 mile an hour on these races, and they were direct dives. There was no clutch; it was a direct live axle.
So it's like a sprint car where you have to push start it and then you can't stop.
So I can't imagine your frame in a cart doing 103.
He was in his 20s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was 50 pounds ago.
Anyway, let's finish with that nonsense. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what, mate. I was about 11.5 stone wet at the
Good
time.
move there,
I
Conker.
will tell you a story. This is absolutely true, right? When we used to race these karts, and me and my very oldest and best friend, we both did it. And we one day we were racing at a place down in the south of England, and this place, I'm trying to think, it's called whatever. It's not important. Anyway, I managed to come up the straight at this ridiculous speed, and about third place, and didn't make the corner. I managed to plow straight into the piles of old car tires, and they're made for safety. And I piled into this at some ridiculous speed, and they stopped the race, and the local ambulance people were called over because I was upside down all over the place. They weren't the real ambulance people. I forgot what they're called now. They're the part-time ambulance people, anyway.
Volunteer.
Yeah,
the volunteers. Yeah, that's right. Red Cross or some such thing. Anyway,
you wreck big if the Red Cross is involved.
Yeah, this young lad who was about sort of 18.5 stone, about 12 years old, was the first to arrive on the scene and uncovered me from all these tires. I was upside down. And for those of you who know or don't know, what had happened is that I'd managed to pull my leg off. This poor lad fainted because he thought I'd ripped my leg off on his bloody go-kart. Yeah. True story, absolutely true story. I don't think he ever really got over it, to be frank with you. But there we go.
Did you tell me you have to go down the street to pull your leg?
Well, they took me in the hospital, put it that way. I was fine. I was absolutely fine. Just a bit miffed I managed to come off. But there you go. Enough of that nonsense.
That's a good story, though.
Tell us all about Mexico. Come on, my friend. How much have you made with your metal detector?
I'm up 5.5 pesos, which is about
30 cents.
8 cents.
Yeah.
Well, you nearly paid for the holiday.
It's really slim this year. There's not much out there.
Hey, you picked it clean last year.
Yeah.
But they had a hurricane. They had a hurricane that was hammering right up against the seawall. So I thought things would be brought in, but there isn't much.
No, they buried now.
Yeah.
My little brother had.
Can you go up the beach?
I can. I'm going to give this one a couple more tries. Yesterday, I went out to this
Oh, there you go.
soft sand, and I did quite well. I didn't find anything, but I was finding lots of metallic pieces, so that just means that eventually you're going to find something good. It's when you're not finding anything at all is when you get depressed.
Yeah.
So I've got some fight left in me on that metal detector yet.
All right.
Is my mic okay? Is it a good volume?
Yeah, it
It's
sounds
perfect.
good.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's actually very clear. It's very clear, Bruce. To be honest with you.
Bill, I got to ask.
deep will you
Have you?
scan?
Oh, sorry.
How deep will it scan? Bruce?
9 inches.
Just 9 inches.
Yeah.
So
Just.
that
But
gold points
don't
down-
Just-
You haven't
you
heard
have to
that in
dig
a
it
long time, huh?
Don't forget, Wayne, that everything that you beep has to be dug.
Yeah. You're digging 2 feet down. You're
So
going to get old.
if you're
fast.
digging, if you're digging 45, 50 pieces a day, that's a lot of digging.
Yeah, but if that gold coin's down there, Bruce, that
Oh,
open gold
landmine.
Does it only beep at metal objects, then, Bruce, or is it? everything.
Gold bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything metal, aluminum, including aluminium.
Oh, the aluminium, you mean?
Yes. Yeah, that too. There's two. There's aluminum and there's aluminium. I can find both.
So, Wayne, what have you been up to, mate? Nice to see you again in the warm after all that snow you've had over there.
Still doing snow blowers and generators.
Are you well?
All
Yeah.
kinds of generators broken down over here during that storm. All the air intakes got plugged up and they all shut down. And they got water in their fuel and the carburetors. Real
Oh,
mess.
yeah.
Yeah. Wayne, is that the shop in back here?
No, I'm in the office. In the
No, on the TV. On the TV in back here.
Oh, on the TV? No, that's the security camera that we can watch down the street and at the shop doors. So that security system we had put in actually nailed 2 thieves.
Oh,
Locally. Yeah, they were driving their cars, stole some stuff around on the next block, but happened to drive down our block, not knowing that we had cameras. So the regional police came and we gave them a stick with the information on it.
Good
They
one.
found them in a day.
Good one.
That was good. Good. Yeah.
Get them.
Yeah.
Daniel's a new guy. He's his first time over in this particular stream, and he's working on a little motor that he wants to put on a 0 turn in order to make a paddle boat.
Whoa.
That just sounds interesting. Hey, he's got some imagination. Yeah, that just sounds fantastic, though.
What you gonna do? Put pontoons on it?
Well, I'm not sure yet. We just talked about it just a bit this morning, and that was it.
I hope so. I don't think they float that well.
No, they're
0
heavy.
turns.
They're
Well,
quite
he's got a
heavy,
little
aren't they?
300EX motor, and I said it might not be enough for a 0 turn. And he says, "Oh, I'm not going to make a 0 turn. I'm going to make a boat." And I said,
So
"Oh,
you can take one of those aluminum bass boats, so like the rowboats, and fill with foam, I guess, and then bolt
Yeah.
it on the roof.
And then put a 0 turn on top.
No, the paddles instead of wheels,
Yeah.
like
I
a
think
river
wheels
boat
off the
with
paddles on.
on the sides.
And it's a 0 turn, so you can already control direction with the levers.
Yeah.
You got instant rudder."
That sounds like something they do down in Mississippi. Where are
Yep.
you, John?
Yeah, where's John?
John is
John's probably
looking.
thinking, "I got one of those in my yard."
Here we go.
Good
Son of a
evening.
squid, here we go. Welcome, my
that?
friend. How are you?
Daniel.
Oh,
Good evening.
Good evening. You like
How
to
you doing,
introduce
Daniel?
yourself?
yeah.
Daniel, you're supposed to talk now.
I do that sometimes.
Oh, you're coming
Hey,
in
Daniel,
loud.
can you back your mic down a touch? Do you have a control on it?
Yeah, it's coming in real loud.
Somewhere.
That was better. It was
Yeah,
really
I-
ambitious.
So, Daniel,
Daniel,
welcome. I hope you're well.
Daniel,
Us
tell us
old
about
guys don't hear good.
Daniel, tell us about your project.
Yeah, give me a minute.
Mic volume.
See, Daniel, I gave him a short taste of it, and they want to talk to you now.
At a reasonable volume.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's better.
there we go.
Say 1, 2, 3, 4 tests, and we'll guard you. We'll guide you
1, 2, 3, 4 test.
Up a
just a
little.
tad now, just a
That's a
skosh.
little low.
Yeah, just a tad low. Yeah. Because you ought to be able to yell in this forum.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, we do that. Oh, up.
Gotta go up a little
Still
bit.
low.
As good stuff,
Still
Daniel.
low.
Need
Yeah,
to
keep
put a little
up.
bit higher, Daniel.
We'll keep
All
on
right.
us. Don't be shy.
Yeah. They're pretty
Yeah,
much
so-
masters, and they're going to give you a hard time. When they give you a hard time, that means you're in.
Is this better?
Yes,
That's
it's
better.
good.
That's way
Good.
better. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, have you
Tell
got
us-
your YouTube on as well, Daniel, by any chance?
I mean, I have a channel, but there's just a bunch of
No,
random
well,
stuff on
no,
it.
no. What he means is, do you run StreamYard and YouTube at the same time on your computer?
Well, I have your stream up on my other screen, but it's muted.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, otherwise you get a little bit of echo. You see, that's a problem.
So tell us about the boat.
Well, I don't actually have the boat yet, but I found this video on YouTube a while back where it's basically just a John boat that somebody got, and they more or less strapped a zero-turn mower to the top of it.
What's a
and
John boat?
It's a long, like a 10-foot aluminum boat.
Okay.
And
A, gra-
they
a grandpa
basically took the-
fishing boat.
they took the wheels and welded paddle type devices on it to make it a side wheel paddle boat.
Yeah.
And just zero turn on top of John boat with paddle wheels controlled like a zero turn mower.
You in
Why
Florida?
not?
You in Florida, Daniel?
Yes, I am.
You know how I knew that? I was raised in Fort Lauderdale, and everybody in Florida calls them John boats. And Camlet said, "What's a John boat?" You know, up north they don't know what it is.
No,
Oh, I knew what a John boat was here in Connecticut.
Oh, there you go.
I never
you've been
heard of
around.
John boat in Canada.
Hank, that's called being educated.
Oh,
He's educated.
educated. Yeah.
Educated, yeah.
Yeah, Daniel originally had a 300EX with the typical carb problem with the center jets, and I walked him through it. And I said, you should jump over here, meet the guys.
Yeah, we don't bite much.
No, not
Like,
much.
Well,
No,
it
you're
might
kidding.
not be hard, but don't bite.
You don't want to meet Mick though.
No,
Yeah,
you want
yeah.
to, no. Okay,
Go
let's get
eat
this.
up.
No, really, we got to get this. Stay away from Mick.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't. Yeah, yeah. Now you've been warned. So
yeah, if you wonder about the Green T-shirt Club, that's the guy that started it right there. And the rest of these guys are just having fun because everybody but Mick has one of those shirts, and it just aggravates Mick to no end. So everybody wears their shirts.
yeah.
I got explicit instructions to bring this shirt all the way to Mexico
By whom?
by you.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
It came with no ties.
Oh, and then you
Well, yeah,
told
it
me
didn't
to,
have a tie. Of course not. It didn't have a collar either.
and you told me to drink a beer on the beach. We'll get a video of that in February.
Good.
I'm still doing snowblower videos as we speak, guys.
Yep. Yeah.
Billy's
yeah.
got
Yeah.
you beat with the length of hair, eh?
See, there you go. That's my kind of motor there.
Yeah,
There you
we're
go.
talking.
Oh, that's great.
That's a nice little motor.
That's an
a
old
nice
school
little
light.
And I just have it sitting under my table here.
Yeah,
Paperweight.
but that just means you're a nerd like the rest of us.
I'll be honest with you, Daniel. It's nice to see you've got a nice and clean, tidy room there.
My daughter. Oh my god.
You're waking up bad, Phil.
Huh?
Jason, this is about the most I'll have today. I can't have it with meds.
Oh, something's going on. We can hear
That's
everything you're
scary.
saying, Gary.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got myself a little bit of Irish whiskey.
Well, stop and listen.
I'm driving, so not for me.
Oh, wait.
I don't think I've seen
Where's
Ken
James?
with a smile that long before for a long time, Ken.
Where's James? James
He
didn't
couldn't.
show
He
up?
was doing stuff with the kids today. he
Kids,
said.
yeah, he wasn't gonna be available till like after 3, and
Yeah.
my
Next
wife
time.
and I next time for sure. Try to have these guys both up. My house is the midpoint of where Ken lives and where James is.
Yeah,
Can I-
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you get
Transformer.
it gets pretty nerdy out there when you get the four of us up there.
Funny, hey,
We all have-
we've figured out what was wrong with that Furman generator.
And
Oh, you did?
Mr. Fluffy
Fluffy vermin
Vermin
Fluffy again. Huh? Yeah.
ate the wires.
ate all the wires.
Oh boy.
fluffy vermin. I
So,
like that.
so the lesson learned: when you go to work on a generator, I don't care which one I'm working on from now on, take the panel off and see if Fluffy got in there.
Yeah.
Speaking of Mick, we said his
Yeah.
name 3 times. Here he is.
Daniel, what was that transformer you had? What's going on?
Microwave oven transformer.
Ah,
Oh,
Yeah,
Magnetron.
they make-
Magnetron.
You make a little welder out of it.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I think they have aluminum wire instead of copper.
still,
Yeah, if you
Still
plug them
works.
both in together, make sure you've got a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Nice. What's that? What's that for, Daniel?
I'm thinking building a spot welder for batteries.
If you're on the trail or something, if you hit
Yeah.
something,
to build battery packs out of rechargeable batteries.
I may or may not be trying to build an e-bike.
okay, all right.
See, now he sounds like me. I'm not sure what I'm building until I'm about halfway through it and see my direction.
Sounds like he's
I
got.
also have one of these sitting on the ground next to me.
But I mean, guys, it's
Yeah.
not going to take long before we need to make a list because we got a couple of projects now. Now we got the zero-turn boat, but we still haven't finished the LPG powered lawnmower.
Right.
I know,
right.
yeah.
We gotta get that done first, and then
Yeah, I think Gary's different, or is Daniel's different
Close,
than Scott
close.
is, and that he actually does. Yeah, don't say it 3 times.
So
I mean, I have this thing where I just start 1,000 projects and never finish them.
welcome to the
I
club.
can,
Welcome to the club, Daniel.
you guys know my selection of 7 drills I got up on the bench up there, or the shelf.
Yeah.
One of the batteries died.
Oh
Oh
no.
no!
Yeah, so I took it apart and broke one of the tabs. What's your name? The new fella. What's your name?
Daniel.
Daniel.
Daniel. Yeah. So it would be nice to have just to be able to even just take one out. If I could find the bad cell, just take it out and just wire around it.
Yeah, but it's wired around already if it's running through it.
Yeah. How would you spot weld the battery?
Well, the tabs are flat. They're made out of like a hard metal, and you spot weld the 2 tabs together inside the rechargeable
Antimony
one.
metal.
Yeah,
Usually it's antimony.
Oh, there you go.
Wouldn't you be soldering them rather than welding? Or...
Yeah, that's what I
Well,
would say.
they don't
You
take
can't-
solder that
you
well. They don't take solder that well.
Well,
can't-
when you're trying to solder these batteries, you can actually damage them with the heat.
The heat,
Yeah.
yeah. It's got a very low melting point for antimony, lead. Sometimes it's lead calcium, depending on the chemistry. So
See, that's why I'm here for all the nerdy shit.
Yeah, when I race remote control cars, we used
I
to
got
put them
I
in
got
ice
2 lead
overnight
calcium batteries.
and then weld them as fast as possible. So we
Yeah,
didn't tear
but
them
if
up
you
much.
put it in between 2 conductors and spot weld it, aren't you ruining it too? You know. How would you-
More concentrated heat
At first, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
for less time.
Yes. That's what I say. We'd make them as cold as possible and then just bang, done.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
There
right.
we go. It
So-
looks exactly like my battery on my drill.
So, Daniel, do you run a YouTube channel?
See, now with Daniel here,
that
nobody will
on?
tell me to go get a haircut.
What a tower?
Oh.
Yeah, and how many subs have you got, Daniel?
Not many.
Well, put your channel up on the link here, and
Yeah.
you'll get 20
No.
subscribers from this bunch.
Hey, Daniel, what is that thing on the upper left? It looks like a big tower or something. Is that a cabinet or what is that?
That?
On the left there, that brown thing. It looks like a tower, a cabinet. What is
Not a
that?
guitar
Is that
cabinet?
a back? No, it's a backpack.
Yeah, what is
That?
Yeah.
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 That would be a couple of speakers found at the side of the road.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
It
Nice.
looks like
Oh,
guitar
you're just our kind of guy.
Yeah. No, but Daniel, put your link out in the chat, and
Yep.
we get a chance to subscribe.
What do we got
Yeah.
there now?
I'm not sure.
Train.
Train whistle.
Mick's gonna get you on that one.
I thought it was
I was
a
worried
strange-
about
You'll never be on another live.
Yeah.
We
I was
That's
afraid
a
of the direction you were going with that one, Daniel.
we eat our young.
And I'm looking at Mick's comment, and he says he only takes one mower in at a time. What's with that? He says he doesn't collect them. Last
Yeah,
video I watched, I think he had
Bullshit.
about 100 of them stashed around the yard.
Oh, he's got
That's
3
the
of them.
big violin howling.
That looks like what Mick was playing with at Tesco's last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
He's got more handles sticking up in his yard.
Now, Daniel, you'll catch up with the group later, and then you'll be mad at Ken for saying that.
Oh, wait, the glare.
There you go.
Yeah, those are speakers.
Oh, that's some serious speakers. That's a 410 and a 15 right behind us here.
Yeah.
That's the
yeah.
model the wife gets rid of within the first month after you said "I do."
Yeah,
she
Your
supports
the bachelor speakers.
bachelor speakers.
I used
Yeah.
to have 4 12s and 2 woofers, and I'll tell
Yeah.
you.
Here's
I
the other
did
one.
too.
Yeah.
I had
And-
Smaller one.
I had
That-
Sensui speakers. They were 3 feet tall.
Yeah.
I don't
Now we
them
have
anymore.
a now we have
call
an
it
entertainment
Stonehenge.
center for the cat. You know.
Stonehenge. That's good,
Oh.
Gary. I like.
When
that.
I DJ'd, I had to carry those.
So
two
if you want us
12s
to
and woofer,
subscribe there,
two
we'll
care-
put your channel in the comments and we'll do it.
Bill, you're in charge for a minute, Bill.
Don't be shy.
Don't really
You're-
post
you're in
anything
charge, Bill.
worth watching a lot of the time. It's just
Don't.
normally a bunch of stuff for just quick sharing with somebody.
Like
A lot
us.
of private links, really.
Well,
Oh.
it won't be after these guys are done with you.
Yeah.
Bruce,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't think he could put his channel on. He's not a moderator.
Oh, that's right. He's not a moderator.
Oh,
I'll put it up for you.
been demoted.
It's not really that big of a deal.
Okay, we'll leave you then.
Do you want subscribers or do you not want subscribers? Are you doing this just for the giggles of two friends?
Mostly just for giggles.
Now it's because my son's got a page that he's gamer, and he's got it like everything's unlisted on the page. And I looked, and he's got like 105 subscribers, and I asked him why he doesn't want more. He says, "I don't want more. These are the only people I want on my page."
Well, it's kind of like our private chats.
Yeah, apparently,
like
I have
WhatsApp,
all of 64 subscribers. So
Yeah, Mick has to send that to Gary so Gary can participate.
You know,
On
the first time I
WhatsApp?
jumped into one of these was what, last March, April, and I had 100
On the
subscribers.
WhatsApp, yeah. Mick, if
I'm
you're
that close to 1,000. You guys need to subscribe so I can
Are you
break
close to
1,000.
1,000, Gary?
Yeah, how close? How close to 1,000 are you?
Me?
No.
Oh,
Bill,
I've got 80 to go. But now,
80
mind you,
left?
80 to go. Yeah.
No, Gary,
mind you,
Gary's
2
over
days ago,
5,000.
I'm
105.
5,200.
I've got
That's quite a
25 in
thing
the
when
last
you,
2 days.
I
It's
got
rolling along.
600 to go.
You're
That's
getting
quite a
close.
thing
Henry.
when
You're
you-
getting close.
Guys,
oh, your world opens up when you hit 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the money starts rolling in.
roll.
Yeah.
Most sense. Yeah.
Rolling
Yeah.
in like a square rock.
Yeah,
80
exactly.
cents. Your first deposit is 80 cents, so they can verify your bank
Verify.
There you
account.
go. And it's only took me 3 months to verify it.
I think
Yeah, but
you
Bruce, that's 10
hit
times what you
100
found metal
first, right?
detecting.
And if you're real lucky, you get a green T-shirt with a yellow logo.
A year now, and I
With
don't
no
have a
logo.
green T-shirt.
Oh, where'd Phil go?
Say what, Bill?
It's been a year now, and I don't have a green T-shirt.
Let me send you the link.
Send me the
Here we go.
link.
Oh yeah, he's got. You can order one now.
Jake's
Oh yeah,
video-
I'm international.
Jake's video on testing a coil just hit 1 million last night.
Who
Yes.
did?
Someone in Maine won 1.4 billion.
Holy smokes!
One person.
Here you go, Mick.
Klaus, he's one of the 6 people that live in Denmark.
What's that?
To Klaus, he's one of the 6 people that live in Denmark.
8.
Easy.
Eight, okay,
eight.
Easy.
I'm sorry.
8. And we have a couple of groupies abroad, like in Canada and stuff. But
Hey, I,
Canadian.
interesting story on the metal detector. If I can go back to that, I did find a key in the sand yesterday, and it wasn't all rusted and everything. So I turned it into the guard, and then Trudy was over talking to somebody in the pool, and this lady lost her key. So now it's been 3 hours. We have to find the right guy working here with the language barrier who's got the key. So that took another 2 hours to find the guy who has the key.
You found the
Yeah.
key, you found the person, now
Yeah.
you have to get him
What does he
together.
look like? Well, he's got a white security shirt and dark hair, and he walks around a lot. It's like, okay, well, that narrows it down to 20. So
Yeah.
anyway, we found him. Juan Deere.
One deer.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, Richard Morris, that is a serious thing.
Yeah.
Well done, you. Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Well done.
28 million, that's good.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of views.
Who's that?
Yep.
Richards, mowers and blowers.
Richard Morris and Blowers,
Oh.
yeah.
From Michigan, yeah. Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
Yeah, he's kicking butt.
yeah, it's nice, Rich, when you come in and you update us on the views. It's pretty good. It's pretty well done. I like that.
Wait, in the distance, I can hear a ball breaking.
No, you know, I want to be jealous when I see somebody with that many subs and views, but I just can't.
No, it's a lot of work.
Okay.
Yeah, I just can't
It's
because I'm
tons of
happy
work.
for
It's
them.
tons of work.
And I hope if I get there, they're
People
happy
pay
for
good
me.
money for views. Come on.
Yeah.
Less than a penny per
it's
view.
Good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Yeah.
Here, I think it's roughly 10 cents.
No, I get 0.6 of a cent per view.
Oh, yeah. I think Jake's running around 10 cents, I think.
Ooh, that would be a lot.
Yeah.
I'm at 22 million views, so that'd be pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we are.
I'm not going to show you mine, Ken, because you'll drive over here just because you're mad at me.
Oakville, what? Oakville, Ohio.
Connecticut.
Not Oakville,
Oh.
It
Toronto.
changes it. It
Oh,
changes
wow.
the white balance
Oh, okay.
because it's all
Oakville,
Yeah, what's
USA.
the
I
texture
thought we were
there?
doing sepia.
No. It's 2200K lighting down here with the pendant lighting. So when you went that close, that's why.
Hey, wait.
Think very warm amber color temperature.
You say 2200K, that's orange.
That's orange. That's exactly what it is down here. But the camera's rebalancing.
I thought I had jaundice.
That was the whole
I
idea.
run 2700 straight above me.
Normally it would be much brighter down here, but I put the pendant lighting, the original tungsten lights down here, and then I'll put the
Cub Cadet
crazy zombie headlights down here when we're not using the basement for entertainment.
Oh, you got the EX motor laying in it?
That engine is slightly out of alignment, I think. or was it just me?
Oh, he had,
now it's balanced.
Towing, Klaus. The
he
towing
had
on
the
the
little
wheel.
baby motor on there.
The motor looks sad in there, but it might be enough to carry paddles around.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Want any chips?
No, I can't have them.
If I could mount the thing.
Potatoes.
No, nothing white.
Nothing white.
Except my
If
wife.
you've got a torch, you can mount it.
The base of the motor I'm trying to mount is about the same size as the hole in the deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might
You're gonna need a
need
mounting plate.
Adapter
you
plate.
may need a plate or something. Yeah.
Yeah, just get a piece of steel at your local scrapyard and
Aluminum.
make your own plate.
Unfortunately, our local scrapyard does not sell scrap.
Really?
Ours doesn't either. They just take it.
Well, it's too valuable now, right?
Yeah.
I
So
can't
Clark-
walk in and buy a single screw. It's against company policy.
Oh, where's Mick when you need him, eh?
Hey,
Yeah.
Stumpy.
Absolutely right. I don't know where he is, guys.
Stumpy, how you doing, Stumpy?
So, Klaus, I watched your video on the bad sump seal on your engine,
Yes, and thank you for
and
commenting.
I listened, and I didn't. I only translated one thing, and I got the whole thing. I understood everything in the video.
Was that the
Like
F word?
it's no, it's not that bad. Like oil Leakenschmeicher or something. I got it all.
Bruce, Bruce, when I saw your comment, I was pretty amazed that you that you saw it and that you sort of related to it. That was kind of amazing.
Well, the first one I translated, and then I thought, no, I'm going to watch the rest of it and then make my own comments as to how I listen. And you know what? It's my grandma coming back.
Yeah.
My favorite is the humdish shit.
That's Swedish.
I still like the beginning. Welcome to Hobby Motor. And then
Welcome
it
to
goes
Hobby
away.
Motor.
Does anyone see Turrell's video regarding his cruise? Does anyone see
Yeah,
that?
oh yeah.
That was
just in front of my speaker.
I was crying.
And then
with
it
laughter.
translates it
I
on the
was-
screen.
That was hard to watch.
That was it. No, it was. I mean, Jesus,
It was
how
funny.
does
I
that?
know
Yeah, it was
video.
funny. It was
That was
funny.
7 years ago, you guys.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I was crying with laughter. I mean, that guy there. all
Well, I
credit
didn't make
goes-
a comment.
but
I
I-
made a comment
but-
that he is shy.
I was going to say he's got a pair of balls to do that, but I couldn't see him.
But Phil, you have a golden opportunity to beat that on your next cruise.
On what?
Yeah, I said you have a golden opportunity to beat Terrell on your next cruise. Just get someone to hold the camera.
I, here we go. Look at this thing.
See, that's all you got to do. Beer in one hand.
There's
and
your
the-
dinner.
There's your dinner.
There's your dinner. Bob's your
We're
uncle.
having Frankfurter tonight.
And Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Thanks, Kenny. That was funny.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. I
No,
wasn't aware of that
Hunter,
video.
stop making food. I don't want any now.
Oh, I think
Sorry,
you got a
talking to my
stuck
wife.
valve on
Yeah, I
that.
think you got a little bit too much clearance.
Yeah, got a stuck valve on that.
Yeah.
There
That
it
dog
is.
Went in,
There you
didn't
go.
come home.
A little bit of contamination there.
A little bit of WD-40.
No,
It'll be
no,
fine.
it'll buff out.
Be fine.
No,
It'll
no,
buff out,
dust
yeah.
off, don't worry.
Wayne
It's a
and I
flesh
could get,
wound.
Wayne and I could get that working.
Daniel, is that one of your engines or is that off the internet?
That's one of mine.
Looks like Mickey Mouse had some
Yikes!
fun.
Yikes!
Hey, and you could probably clean that up and reseat the valves and everything. And it'd
Yeah.
probably run.
I can't even get that valve out.
Phil, Says the guy that just flips him.
Acetone.
Acetone and
Hey,
transmission fluid.
when you're flipping them, you learn how to clean them up and get the valves right.
Exactly.
Hey, look
And
at
then
that
take-
Russian guy with the
and then
restoration channel.
with a 1/4-inch drill bit, with your hand, not a drill, go into the valve stem or a valve guide and just turn it lightly, and you'll be.
He
back
said the
home
valve's
again.
still in there, but a hammer will get it out.
No, tried that.
I've done that.
Really?
I've beaten them with a hammer.
Slide hammer.
Oh yeah.
I beat
More
that
hammer.
valve down so it's actually connecting or touching the rod. I spin the engine over, which pushes it back up. And I can do that for over an hour, and it does not loosen.
Can you pull it out?
Yeah,
No.
pull it out and
Put
polish it.
acetone and
like
tranny
the
fluid in
acetone,
there and
mate,
then spin it.
I'll bet you it's bent.
Could be bent.
I'm
Might be
pretty
bent.
sure it is.
Gotta be bent.
That's where the slide hammer comes in.
Mm.
Yeah.
Don't
You
have
can't-
one.
Okay, you can't.
That's where
Daniel,
people set
you
valves
can't.
wrong.
You can't break it if it's broken, right?
Yeah, you can't break
Yeah.
it more.
Oh, Bruce, I hate when you learned me that phrase.
Yeah.
When you taught me that phrase, because every time I screw something up, yeah, well, too bad. It was broke already. Who cares?
It was broke.
Right.
Yeah, you didn't break it. It's not re-broke. It's still broke.
No, but it's a good mindset, isn't it? I mean,
Mhm.
you're there, you're looking at like, I can't do anything well. You can't do worse.
Hey, no, when it actually goes well when that happens because you get a coil, you get
Yeah.
switches, you get plugs, you
Yeah.
get all that crap I keep in the garage, right? Although,
You know that little Robin motor? I never see Subaru Robin motors. The motor
Yeah.
was on that go-kart. When I realized that the crankshaft was doing its best to go sideways, I pulled just, it's 4 bolts on that. And the accelerator was already broken. So it's literally 4 bolts and loosen the chain and it's off. Pulled the clutch off, put it by the curb, and it was gone in 5 minutes. And then a buddy says, that recoil's worth $50.
I had
It's only worth what you get for it, Bill. To be honest with you, mate.
Yeah, the value is what somebody will pay.
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
right.
I traded a weed eater for a go-kart frame. That weed eater was worth about $40. No, it's worth a go-kart frame.
There's one 205cc Briggs newer engine, snow special, $190 for the rewind. So keep your eyes open, guys.
Wow.
You might save yourself some bucks.
190.
I paid less
Yes.
than that for this whole Predator motor.
So you got to keep your eyes open.
I just sold Jake's going to be doing a video. I sold a fuel tank off of a Briggs engine for a snowblower that was blown up for $150. I think
Mhm.
this video will be out tomorrow.
Are you guys on eBay?
No, just
Evil day.
people that need repairs. They got a cracked fuel tank.
Oh yeah.
So we sold
it might,
now
yeah.
that
Trudy puts the
tank
ads
was
on.
actually, I think $186 plus tax Canadian. We sold it to them at our cost to replace it.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Which
Trudy
was
puts ads on buy and sell, on the local buy and sell. Yeah.
Have you guys had much success with cleaning out old fuel tanks, with rusty fuel tanks? Have you had much
Vinegar.
success?
I use vinegar
Yeah.
on the metal. It works great.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
use real sharp bolts with Rust-Oleum, I think it's called, and then
You do the dance.
I do a dance,
Yeah,
or I
you
strap
gotta
it
do
to
the
my
dance.
tractor. I'll strap it to my tractor wheel and go for a ride down the alley.
Go, Klaus, go.
I just need the music and the mood, and I'm all there.
Or
Hey.
jack up the rear end of your car and just strap it on.
I was dancing like a white boy last night, Klaus.
All righty.
I was gonna say,
Why-
watching Klaus dance, I realized he might be the whitest person I've ever met.
Who?
You.
And
Phil,
I
I
am.
think
was out with the
Apple
girl.
Rust
I know.
is the best.
That's what that engine came out of.
Really?
It's a nice machine.
What is that? A Dynamark? What is that?
I believe so.
Yeah, it looks like a Dynamark.
Yeah, looks
Yeah,
like
but it looked like an EX motor. And that wouldn't have had an EX motor in it.
It's got a face.
Yeah, but what is that symbol on the front? Is that a Troidal symbol? What is that round symbol?
It almost looked like a wheel horse symbol.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, that's Dynamark, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dynamark.
Nice. That's a nice tractor.
The nice
Dynamark,
thing about,
Dynamark's
the nice thing
a-
about hanging around these guys, Daniel, is between all of us, we know quite a bit, but each guy doesn't know that much.
Yeah, that looks like a Dynamark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As a group, we're brilliant.
And I'm lying because
Put that
There's a lot of-
dynamite back together again. It's worth something.
Hey, is it
Ken-
just me or does Phil look like an ad for Nautica sportswear?
Yeah, it's nice. He looks good today.
He's probably wearing speedos.
I'd
he's
have
just
to
not
say
standing
that-
up.
What do you mean looks like?
Uh-oh. So Phil, Evapor Rust works really good.
Oh, I love
Steel
Evapor Rust.
plastic.
I'd drink this shit if I could. I love that stuff.
That's
I use
the
that. I use that for rusty tanks
There you
with the nuts and bolts, and then the vapor rust.
Yeah.
And then I soak it for another 24 hours and see what's left.
And then I rinse it with, you guys know me, I'll rinse it with methyl hydrate just so it'll dry out quicker.
Yeah,
Because you can
you're
reline
right, Bruce.
the
You're right.
tanks, can't you? You can reline them. There's something you put in them to
Yeah,
line
they
it.
still like
You know what? I've had that liner peel. I haven't had a lot of luck with it.
Really?
It's
expensive. That liner's not cheap.
It's expensive.
Yeah.
Now we've
If you
used
have it-
CLR, and CLR works good too.
CLR is
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think
liner?
CLR is probably the
If-
same
if-
as Evapor Rust,
uh,
actually.
Well, CLR is more for calcification, though.
Yeah, I
but
think
it gets rid of all the rust. We use stainless steel nuts and bolts in ours.
Does it? Yep. Ooh,
I think this cider here would
That's kind
work.
of fun, eh?
that looks good.
That cider will get rid of rust.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't care about the cider. It's a nice picture.
Yeah.
Bruce,
Yeah,
say
I
it
never
fast,
thought
say
that
it fast.
fruit and women would go together, but apparently they
Say
do.
again, Bruce. Say again, Henry.
I said, Brucey, say it fast.
Dickens cider hard.
Hey, there you go. You don't.
Where are you, Mick?
There you go.
Yeah.
It's almost time for me to have an adult beverage. It is 2:00 here.
2 o'clock.
You're on
right?
vacation. It was
It-
time when the
it-
alarm went off.
Yeah,
But it's only 1:00 at home, right? I'm an hour east.
yeah, but that doesn't count.
I'm 3 in Ontario.
Yeah,
And
see,
I'm an hour east and 2,000
And it-
miles south.
it's
No,
not.
it's
It's
still
9 p.m. here,
tomorrow.
Bruce. Get going.
No, we partied last night. They had the local police put on a big dinner last night, and I even danced by myself.
Wow. Must
Bruce,
have a lot of
Bruce,
space.
Bruce, you're not supposed to smoke the local tobacco.
Yeah.
No, I
really
don't.
not.
I don't. No, I don't want to end up in a 6x6 concrete cell with a 4-inch hole in the bottom. But the lady that I found the key for, she bought me an adult beverage.
Bruce, you're making it hard for me to be quiet. You know my humor. You're making it hard.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh
dear,
dear.
oh,
I don't
dear.
even believe I said that. I'm glad Mick's not here.
Now we're cooking.
5, 6. Yeah. Don't hit that 6-second mark.
Yeah.
Lunch.
Lunch. Wait, does Trudy do that there too? Or does what does she say?
Last year he had
Comida.
shrimp and
Comida.
last year he had shrimp and green lettuce for lunch. I saw that. That was
Thanks, Mick.
absolutely
I got the
made
invite.
me hungry.
She's the best cook in town.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had fun last night. And they
Yeah,
had,
make
they had a lot.
yeah.
You know what? This is just a little 120 suite condo shaped in a U towards the beach, and we had a live band and an Italian dinner last night for about $40 a plate. That's not bad.
No, that's nice. Mick Hardy is writing. He says he used vinegar. Yeah, don't underestimate vinegar. Vinegar works
That's right.
really well too.
That's what I
Well,
said right off
I
the
think
bat.
it-
Vinegar works like a charm.
Yeah,
I
white
think it's the
vinegar,
secret-
just white vinegar.
I think it's the
Is that
secret
white vinegar or
ingredient to
brown
everything.
Vinegar, though, Klaus?
Well, distilled vinegar specifically.
Say what, Phil?
Is that brown
Phil.
vinegar or white vinegar?
Doesn't matter.
Distilled
There's
white works
Construction
great.
vinegar too. It's
Wait, you want to see a still? We got a still here.
Some people use citric acid.
30
It's the
gallons.
same thing. It's the same thing. It's pH
Ooh,
level.
look at cool.
Ooh, look at that.
Where's a bikini?
I don't wear one.
Bruce, I'll
Yeah.
tell you
Keep
what,
the
mate,
camera
I
high,
agree
Bruce. Keep the
with
camera high.
everything. Oh,
So
wow.
there's the- There's the ocean right there, and we're on it. We're right on the ocean.
Looks like a pyramid.
Can you hear the waves?
Maybe.
No, but I can hear the size of green envy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is
It's
anybody,
listen.
almost dripping on the floor.
is
You know what?
anybody younger than 70 there?
Yes. You guys know that I am a
The help.
tightwad, right? I've a lifetime of being a tightwad. Now I can afford to do this.
Yeah.
Good for you, mate. Well done. I don't
It's
blame
good.
you.
It's well deserved, Bruce. It really is.
Thank you.
Oh, Pee Wee Herman did.
Daniel, you sure don't want me to throw that link up?
I don't really have much good content on my channel anyway.
So
None of these guys do.
shy.
So get some.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get some.
Just do it for the money.
You know what? You're young enough, my friend. If you start now and get to 1,000 subscribers, you'll have a second or third income by the time you're 55.
Yeah.
Wait, by the time you're 70, how many you got, Bruce?
That's me.
43,000.
By the time you're 70, you could have 43,000.
Live in Mexico 3 months a year.
I wish I was your age again, Daniel.
Oh, I thought you were going to say. I thought you were talking to me, Wayne.
By the time I was my age now, I'd likely have about $20 million in the bank.
My son's going to do that.
Yeah.
He's got to get a
It's not
YouTube
panic,
channel.
it's just cheating,
No,
guys.
no,
It's
just
not
have
cheating,
couple million
guys.
dollars.
Daniel, you've got stuff. You've got stuff that
You've
will
got a
fit
good mind for
fit
business.
with this group. If you're doing stuff like that, it will fit with this group.
This is the transaxle from the Dynamark.
Yeah.
With a Peerless?
It's a foot.
Oh, okay, yeah, Foot Dana. Dana Foot. Yep.
So, I got a question, you
But
guys.
I can't get
I
the
got-
wheels off of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
must have been a John Deere frame.
Yeah.
Go on, Bruce. You got
Welcome
a
to the
question,
club,
mate?
Daniel.
I've
That's,
taken that axle or that transmission to a shop and left it there for over a week with the express purpose of remove wheels, and
Yeah,
they
but-
failed.
Worst case, you unbolt the transaxle and split it in half and take the axles out that way.
Okay.
And then
There you go, Gary.
and press them out.
That's them out.
My John Deere has still got stuck sleeves on the axle on the Peerless, and but I'm getting by. I've even changed the tires without removing the rims. But now it's 39 years old, right? I'm worried about that crazy bentonite grease that's in there.
Yeah, don't
Can
worry
I
about
add-
it. There's nothing left, Bruce. It's solid in there. Don't worry about
I know that's right. I'd like to add something, even just a tap a
Yeah.
piece in the top
Yeah.
and add and squirt in it. What can I squirt? What should I squirt in
Double
there?
zero. Just
Yeah.
No. Stop.
Wow.
Here we go.
Oh,
The
Mr.
oil
Luke
guy.
Mason,
Stop,
zoom in.
Oh, here we go.
Zoom in.
Stop.
There we go.
Stop.
Professional.
If it's bentonite grease in it, you need to add bentonite grease.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do. Otherwise,
No, you
it'll turn liquid.
don't.
It'll turn liquid, and everything will go to hell.
Bentonite is just clay.
Clay.
That's all it is.
Don't put double O in it, Bruce. Put bentonite.
No, now you got me worried.
Who are you going to talk to? Prune Danish or me?
Yeah. Who are you gonna, Bruce? Bruce. Who do you like, mom
There
or
you go,
dad?
Bruce. There we are. That solves that problem.
Yeah, Bruce.
Well, that's what I love about you guys. Nothing.
Bruce, who do you like the most, mom or dad? You know. Honestly, bentonite grease is a beast of its own, and you can't mix any regular grease with bentonite and expect it to come out good.
You know, it doesn't
Honestly.
even have a dipstick to check
No,
it
no,
out. Anything.
sealed,
It
it's
doesn't.
sealed. But
It doesn't.
bentonite, a tube of bentonite is $76.
I know.
So what I do is I just use a low temp grease, depending on your climate, or high temp grease, whatever, and fill it up. That's all.
So I use that. Sorry, Klaus. I use that snowmobile grease for
Yeah,
low
which is
temp
double
grease.
zero.
Yeah, 0.
Yeah, double zero.
It's good. It almost drips out of the grease gun.
Yeah.
This is where I'm planning on getting the replacement engine for the Dynamark.
Husqvarna.
Husky?
Yeah, that's a Husqvarna.
Yeah.
24 horse
No.
V-twin.
Wait.
You're not-
We have to teach you to pronounce it correctly.
Husqvarna.
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 We got a
John,
we got
go
a
on.
we got a
How do I do it
Scandinavian
properly?
aboard.
How do you do it properly, Klaus? Go on.
Husqvarna.
There you go.
Oh, the lady that I found the key for was from Sweden.
Oh,
She-
me.
and I said
Okay.
Husqvarna, and she even corrected me on that. I didn't quite get it right, I guess.
Oh,
John.
Mr.
Hey,
Clem.
Mr. Clem.
John?
John.
Mr. Clem, where's your green T-shirt?
Oh crap!
I want to know where the yellow T-shirt is.
wore my Hank t-shirt.
Oh, and you got the minion up there.
You had his Hank T.
I got my Hank t-shirt on.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I reverted back to my Star Wars T-shirt today.
Oh, that's okay.
Hey, Klaus, I got to make another one of these and paint him green and
Yeah.
put the little little OEM on his arm.
That'd be
Yes.
cool.
Oh, would you? Because you know
Not
what?
tonight, Michael. I keep on getting it wrong, mate.
I've got the printer right there. Well, right there.
I'm a huge Minion fan. For
Yeah,
some
I
reason,
could make one, paint him green, and we could put like Hobby Motors on his back. There's not much facelift. Well, I could put the Hobby Motor logo on his little patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't take it back.
I could make the
but
patch bigger.
and Kevin is my favorite. He really is.
You could do it, mix them up. Never mind. Forget
Yeah,
that.
for those of you that don't do Minions, Kevin.
I don't know them.
Yeah.
I really don't know them at all.
Bruce, you're missing
I
out.
just
That is-
know
that-
one.
Bruce,
I know
that is-
one.
Bruce, you know, one of those
Like
things where
Chromium?
it doesn't have to make any sense. It doesn't have to be anything other than funny.
It's just funny and nothing else.
And that's
Mm.
the Minions. The Minions are absolutely fantastic.
When I grow up, I'm going to get a sense of humor.
Oh, Intel.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Like
that
a
is
Pentium
that is not an OEM part for a
Ooh,
lawnmower.
You really are dating yourself.
Uh,
Was that the Core 7 bar?
Yeah.
i5, i7?
But it soon will be.
We have
Price.
MMX.
MMX. I was
Yeah,
just saying the
yeah.
Pentium too.
There you go.
Pentium with MMX technology. Remember that?
So, Brucey, what happened
Yes.
to your camera? Did you send it back?
I did.
Pentium 2. That's like Stone Age
so you
technology.
teach a history class?
Well, I worked at Intel when they made these,
Back when dinosaurs roamed the earth.
so I've got all the little bunny people and all that sit on top of it on the desk.
Ah.
Yeah, because Mick wanted to know why you sent it back.
I sent it back because I was angry at DJI. They're using their customers to do their final
Their beta.
Testing?
Yes, their beta testing on the final product, and I thought that app should work on every phone, not just an Apple or a new Samsung.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
So 5 1/4.
Phil, can I post Sandy Rose's YouTube channel link?
Somebody took apart a computer.
Hello,
Yeah.
testing.
You know,
1, 2,
nothing's
3.
changed on them. It's just that everything's gotten smaller and faster, eh?
Yeah.
Story of my life, Bruce.
No, that happens when you get older, Bruce.
I can vouch for that.
I mean, sort of hangs lower now and doesn't work all.
Oh, we're on a roll today.
Yeah.
Savage. Is that what old men do to each other nowadays? They just keep on egging each other?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, I'll tell you what, mate. You'll get there one day, and then you'll realise just how bad it can get. I'll tell you.
I'm sure it will.
Big dog.
Oh, big dog.
Hang on, Ken. What's that there? Is that a different colour?
Hold on. Do you have a big dog sweatshirt?
Yeah,
I didn't know
absolutely.
they.
And a t-shirt underneath too.
No, nothing.
Oh, yeah,
no natural.
Oh, that.
Yeah, he's got the underwear, the socks,
All right, wait a minute.
the whole ensemble.
Wait a minute. Here's the back. Hold on.
Hang on, what are you going to show us? Hang on, hang on.
Ah.
Nothing on.
Okay.
Ah.
That's
Ah.
pretty
Hey, you
boring.
sent me was that with nothing on the back?
Ah.
What is this, a defect? That's why I got it? Now I know.
Factory
All
defect.
right.
Yeah.
I thought
My
we were
Bruce,
friends.
yeah, that's my Bruce shops only have the front on the front.
Maybe it got washed off.
I'll tell you what, yeah, and I must admit, you got up there. My hand was hovering over the button then, I'll tell you, just in case. Just in
You got ammonia?
Hey, do you have a trigger happy finger, Phil? Let me send you the link to my web shop.
I don't know what you mean, Klaus.
Everyone's showing off the swag.
Oh yeah.
Klaus, you old
See-
enough to have seen Abbott and Costello? Who's on first?
Oh,
Yeah.
What's on second?
Me and Hank know about
Who's
who's
on
on
third?
first.
No, I never watched Abbott and Costello. Never.
Okay, well, you
See-
gotta find Abbott and Costello. Who's on first?
One day they'll be available in the public.
And it'll put the Minions to bed. You'll never watch the Minions again once you see real comedy.
right.
All right. Fair enough.
This thing
Nah,
is
the Minions are
the
great.
best bit that was ever done in the history of comedy.
I will make sure I check it out.
Who's on first?
I've heard the name many times. I've never. I'm too young to. Sorry. It was
There,
not
I
on
can-
TV when
I
I
can
was
fold
watching
too.
TV. Yeah.
Yep.
Did he just slap him about a bit? Did he knock him around?
Okay.
They
Oh,
just
Wittgenstein so he just slap him. Didn't he slap him on the face and the head and stuff?
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about slapping now. Dana's in enough trouble.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, what do I have here?
They were a good team.
What should we have? What should we have?
Are you making your own lunch, Bruce?
Oh,
No, I'm going to get an adult beverage, but I got
you got stuffing. What is that?
got kokanee back there. We got.
Wait, you're in
Modelo.
Mexico and you're buying Canadian beer?
That's not a Canadian
smuggled
beer.
What's the
Let's
yellow?
have a-
Yeah, what's the yellow
Let's
neck
have the
one?
Let's have the Pacific.
Wait, is that a dish of Trudy's famous fresh salsa?
Hold it. Is that
No,
Pacifico?
this is
Is
just
that
a
Pacific-
salad. Whoop, that's a salad. This is chicken. You know the Costco chickens? That's what we bought for supper one night.
Oh,
That's melon. Yeah.
They're
Just like,
cheap in their
just
work.
like the rest of the world, right?
Bruce,
They
is
got
that Pacifico
Costco in
beer?
Mexico.
Yeah, you're supposed to go to a restaurant every day, not home.
Yeah,
No,
but-
we're here for 3 months. We don't have that kind of money.
Brucey, how was the Italian restaurant?
It was great. They had taco soup.
An
Right?
Italian restaurant?
Which is, yeah, I know. It was a bit of a way to start it out, right?
He's already been out there.
And they had lasagna with and spaghetti with olive oil and pesto. It was very good.
Bruce, is that Pacifico beer?
Yes.
That is the
You know,
best.
it's the only one
Mexican-
I've got. We can't find it. This was in
Clara,
the
light,
fridge when I.
light.
That's the best Mexican beer you can get.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not
but
light.
Clara means light, no?
No.
No?
Clear.
Oh, clear, okay.
In Mexico, they have
I used to collect
the iguana parmigiana.
They're actually up on
with spaghetti.
Iguana parmigiana.
Never heard of it? It's really good.
Yeah. Tastes like chicken. Anyway, thanks for sharing my trip with me, you guys.
No problem.
Up yours, gentlemen.
Look at this. Look at. Oh man, it's
It's
empty.
empty again.
What is that?
Ah,
I
I'll
actually
be
think
right.
this was in the fridge from 9 months ago. Actually,
You
No
really
expiration
don't
date?
have kokanee there, do you?
no, but we have Corona. I can't find Pacifico. I've been looking all over the place. Even Costco didn't have it. The Mega Store didn't have it. Le Comer didn't have it. And I prefer it.
Right.
Gary's going to show you something.
Costco in Mexico.
Hang on, mate, Gary.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit confused.
Okay.
Hang on, what's going
Okay,
on
so many people are misinformed about Mexico. Okay. Oh, look at that! Holy jumping Dinah!
We're getting
Your
stoned.
handiwork, Mick.
That's
Who
a
is
beer
that that's
collection.
got to join AA?
Wow.
Like the ceiling's not done yet, but the cabinet's perfect.
And
As long
Gary,
as you get to it, yeah.
Gary, we can't hear you.
They can't hear you, Gary. You got to wait. I'll mute mine. Hold on. Go ahead.
All right. You may have to turn down the volume there.
There
Oh,
you
we
are.
got you now, Gary.
All right, cool. Yeah, and I got some old 1970s one here.
Whoa!
What is this? Wicked Summer Brew. Pete's Wicked Summer Brew.
From the 70s?
These are all some of the older ones that I have.
Yeah, you don't want to leave me alone in that cabinet.
Nor me. I tell you what, I'd have those open straight away.
Yep, exactly.
There's some old classic ones here. There's quite a few, but that was me. But yeah, there's like I got a bunch of the classic ones here, and if you're from Connecticut, you probably would recognize this. Double Fuzzy Baby Ducks.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Means nothing to me.
It's a New England style IPA. It's actually really good.
Ah,
And then for you Canadians, I got a whole one just dedicated for this. So Mill Street.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's see. I went to Bramella, Ontario a while back. So you got to call it. There was Sebago, Stonehammer. What do we got here? Bone Shaker.
Oh no!
that's what I call Anita.
Let's see here. There's a few of them.
Nothing lost in the translation there, Klaus.
Nope.
Hockey Valley Brewing.
Oh yeah, I heard of that.
Probably would get that. Lake of the Woods Brewing Company.
It's all down east, as far as I'm
Down
concerned.
east, yep. Muskoka.
Oh yeah.
Muskoka Brewery there.
Are these
They're
still
all
full, Gary, or are they all empty now?
Yeah, Wellington County. So yeah, these are all the ones from when I went to Vermella Brampton a few years back. But then I got everything from wine bottles to all kinds of craziness. Local wineries here.
Anything
So
full?
quite a bit of a dichotomy of things here.
I just came up here to get drunk.
Went to the right place.
Yeah, well, Gary, I think they're having a meeting tonight.
Hi, my name's Bruce.
That's it. And somebody
And
that's
I have a
junior has to
problem.
make the coffee.
There's the brewery set up here.
Someone said still before. There you go.
It looks
Oh.
really illegal.
Hold out there.
Pizza.
Fruit pizza.
There's your 30-gallon kettle.
Huh.
Bottle dryer on the top.
And then this is where we are down here.
You want fries with that?
You got your 16 taps. And then you got your 4 taps if I'm at a picnic or something. This would normally be, we got your coils inside so you can keep the beer cold on a hot day. Bottle opener.
So are you opening a restaurant or closing one?
Actually, a lot of the stuff that you see here was from either restaurants that closed down or that were remodeling. So my wife had the idea of getting all of these booths for a local pizza place that was remodeling. So we grabbed the ones that were in the best shape, and we took the tables and the booths, and then these TVs were from a hotel that went out of business during COVID.
Yeah.
So my wife, we had this custom made for her.
Wow.
Looks really
And then last but not least, we have projector for watching some movies. If Ken was drinking any of my hard stuff, he would probably have to go and flip out the couch here, the futon. This he would probably. It's actually pretty comfortable. And then finally, we have some restored pinballs here.
nice.
They both work fully functioning. This one was
You know-
actually restored.
Yeah, it's coming back. The kids want to play on again, eh?
No, you could definitely play it. Actually, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to get
Gary.
that jukebox is because I had this game. This is what they call a wide body, so it's actually a lot wider than your standard pinball here, which is a lot thinner. But all the GIs work, all the boards inside.
Was never any good at that game. The balls kept falling down.
They're the best with the bumpers.
Yep, got all the thumper bumpers here. All the artwork's been fully restored.
Then if you hit it just right, you clip. You get the free game.
Yep.
Yeah, or,
Yeah, you got.
or
It does have
you
the tilt working in there,
tilt it.
and then you got your knock sensor right there. But this is one of 5 wide body games that came out in the early 80s. This is 1980. And then this one was a low production model too, but it's just your typical straight up pinball playing. It's a tic-tac-toe based game. But everything works on here too. It's just not as nice.
It's still pretty cool.
Wait, Conker, zoom in on me for a second.
Where are we? Hang on a second.
I'm never leaving.
I can understand, Ken. I really can. Mind you, I must admit, some of those bottles may well go AWOL by the time I got there.
You should have taken an Uber there.
Yeah.
45 minutes home.
Yeah.
I have children that drive.
Ah, good man.
It's a pretty good setup you got there, Gary.
Yeah, nice.
Ooh, Ooh, snow cones.
And it's not cocaine.
I'm just waiting for the guy who's flipping burgers over in the corner on a hot plate.
Popcorn.
Imagine trying to put a ceiling in there. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, that's one of the last things we got to do. This one, it's been partially finished.
It's going to be hard to do now with all that stuff in there.
Well, this is the reason why I never really did it, is because all the plumbing and the ductwork is down here.
Yeah.
It would be hard to do, and the height when it came down here. That's one of the reasons why we really didn't bother doing it.
But you can do it above the ducts. It gives it a cool 60s look.
Well, you've got your beam there, which is probably a 2x10 triple. You could probably start it at that height and then build boxes around some of that.
Yeah, that's going to be the tough part because
you could do a suspended ceiling, Gary. Yeah. You could do a suspended ceiling.
That was the idea, yeah, because you got all the plumbing up here. That's one of the last things, if we put you could put the suspended tiles up here.
Yeah.
But
access
a lot of work, though. A lot of work, yeah.
A lot of work, but that'd be one of the things that we can do at some point. But that's really the only piece, left. I mean, the whole downstairs here is it's well insulated.
It looks like Kenny's sitting at a bar. He is.
He looks like a piece of furniture, like he's always been there.
So do you take MasterCard, Gary?
I'm sure I could. And then finally back here.
Popcorn.
You got your little
snacks.
Got your animal house. This is a camping sink. So it actually runs off of a 12-volt pump. Got 14 gallons of here. Nice. And then you got 14 gallons of waste gray water here.
Yeah.
And then one of my favorite additions that I did was I built this out of Keurig pumps. So what we have here is we have your arcade style buttons. But I can go down here. And what I can do is I can add all the different liquors. So all the Keurig pumps and the manifold that I built from scratch, all powered by this.
Yeah.
So I can just
nice.
It's like Mr. Wizard on crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in addition to so I have 16 taps on the Keezer, 4 taps on the jockey box if I'm at a picnic, but then this is where I keep the special one. This is my wife's special peanut butter porter that we made. It's made with Reese's Pieces.
How long does it last?
About 7 to 8 months. It's not gonna. It'll still taste okay. It won't get infected, but it's not going to be as good. And then this is no. I could recarbonate if I wanted to. I could force carbonate. This is just a lot of crap back here, but put all the lights in. This is 12 feet across. No, a lot of good stuff.
That's cool.
And every YouTube guy's got a tripod sitting somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, let me turn off the mic.
Yeah, I'll pull you out there, Gary. Got people trying to get in, mate.
Yep, go ahead.
Nice tour.
And Phil, you used to make beer too, huh?
Yeah. I used to make a lot of beer.
Yes, it is. It's a liquor dispenser. Yep.
I did. We used to do a lot of competition brewing years ago.
Yeah.
I make a fine pint. None of that nonsense with peanut butter and chocolate, though. None of that will bother. And I was proper beer. None of that other nonsense.
Well, if you want a nice Guinness style Russian Imperial or Chocolate Imperial Stout, it's at 10.4% on nitrogen, 75, 25. It's about 5 years old, rocket fuel.
Yeah, I got Russian Stout in the garage there I made 18 years ago.
Yep. It'll last. No, that's the best part about
those alcohol.
Those beers will last a very long time, and it's in
it'll last forever. Yeah,
they're in stainless steel.
Got a bottle of port here.
Porter
I used to make wine as well, and I made a gallon of port wine for my son 3 months after he was born. And I still have. Hang on, I believe 1 bottle left. Bear with me.
Got port. My late grandfather. He made dandelion wine when I was born.
Yeah.
In fact, he crawled up. He was so because I was the first grandson of the family, and I remember my grandmother telling me, posthumously that, he was crawling up the stairs from his little night out of drinking with the boys, And he's like, Mr. Lanaville, are you thoroughly wasted? He crawled up and he got on the couch and he slept.
That's not vinegar now, Phil?
It
That was
actually
made in 1988. It's the last bottle of port wine I made for my son.
it gets better with age. It's actually
Yeah.
very, very bitter when you first make it, but as years go by, it mellows out, and it's like, oh man, this shit's gonna get dangerous.
It's been laid like that now. The last bottle I've got left, I'll probably, I will bequeath it for him.
What year, Phil? What year?
1988.
Ah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Don't drop it.
No.
Don't drop it. Yeah, that's a really nice heirloom, Conker.
Oh yeah,
Really nice heirloom.
Well, it's something I was used to years and years ago. We used to do it in the UK. If your newborn son, you would make a gallon of port wine for him. And the idea was, you would have one bottle when he reached 18, one bottle when he was 21, and the rest when his children were born.
Mhm.
And that's what we did. And that's
Nice.
that's the one. That's the last bottle left. And
So
he's
that
31 years old today.
Still,
Here we go.
that is fantastic. Can we get? Can I ask a small engines related question?
Well, of course.
Why?
Is that allowed? I don't know if that's allowed or not.
Why?
You switched to water. I'm still sipping my Irish whiskey.
Why?
He has a shorter drive.
What?
Go
why
ahead,
does,
Klaus, go ahead.
Thank you. Why does snow throwers and snow blowers? Why do they always leak when you prime them?
They're supposed to.
They're supposed to. Yep. Overflow.
Guys, I know that, but why?
Because you're pushing it into a level surface. It's got to go one place or the other.
Excuse me, Mr. Modal. I know exactly how it works.
Now, what the hell are you asking?
Because why are snow blowers leaking when lawnmowers are not?
Well,
Because
it,
the
it
outside
you don't want too much going in there, so some of it spills out.
the way the carburetors are designed, I can answer that.
Wait, hold on.
No, but I mean, all snow blowers that I worked on, you prime them and they leak, and I understand that.
It just comes up
because
through the vent
it's
hole.
it's an overflow, right? It's fine. Every lawnmower I prime, they never leak.
Right.
Because a lawnmower has an air filter and it's got to saturate the filter to get droplets to come out, where you don't have that on a snowblower.
Right.
Comes straight out.
The snowblower air vent is larger than the lawnmower one. The lawnmower one's got this little tiny pinhole air vent. So you're not the lawnmower one's not going to leak as much, even if you overprimed it. It's going to go take the path of least resistance through the air cleaner.
But so does the Comsy carburetor.
True.
But there's no air cleaner on the
Correct.
snowblower, so it's going to come right out. It has nowhere to saturate.
Like we let nature take care of the air filter.
Yeah,
I still don't get. I still don't get it. I still don't get it. It's not necessary for it to.
All right, Klaus, we still love you.
Okay, Klaus, you got your air. You got your air intake. You got your air intake on the lawnmower, right?
Yep.
So, like, let's say the air intake's plastic and it rolls up. You look inside there and you'll see the fuel laying on the inside of the air intake.
Yeah.
Yes, it pools right. It pools right at the bottom of the intake.
snowblower, it's right there.
Right
Boom.
there. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, snowblower just pours out. Well, it doesn't pour out; it drips.
It drips. Yeah.
And we've
I
had
just never got why that is.
You've had
because
people
it's
bring
not
them in because
necessary.
they think there's something wrong with them. Right?
Yeah,
Waiting.
people bring them in.
I
and say,
tell them if it's
"My
not pissing
snowblower's
on the
leaking
tire,
gas."
there's a problem.
Yeah.
Now you see
Oh
what
my
you
God,
got
I've
for
lost my
asking a
gear.
lawnmower question.
Yeah. See.
Yeah.
Got a small bladder.
That's the reason, Klaus, that nobody asks a question.
It's amazing.
Well, on the snowblowers, a lot of people don't know if that vent hole is plugged up, especially on the Tecumsehs, like that little vent hole. The card will never run properly.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It'll leak like hell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, if you were to take the air filter off your lawnmower, it would leak forward just like it does on a
Yeah.
snowblower.
Yep.
Yeah, there's Brucey.
If it
Right.
isn't, if it isn't,
Still.
hello,
Good
Stella.
day, gentlemen. How is everyone doing today?
It's nice to
We
see
missed
you.
you
Klaus,
dearly.
coming up and down the road, man.
We missed you dearly.
I know I've missed a lot, and it's freezing in my little shop. It's a whopping 41 degrees in here. I know that's nothing to you guys, but it's cold out here. I can't tell you what that is in Celsius. It's too much math. Math is hard.
What's in the back there, Smelly? Got backpack? What's in the back?
There's always some idiot
yes.
who gets. There's always some idiot who needs to wear his sunglasses because it's too bright where he is. There's always one, you know.
That's that Red Max that I've been waiting for parts on. How you doing, Mr. Bruce?
Stella,
I got
that's 5 Celsius.
Yeah, Red Max.
Is it 5? Yeah. Well, sorry, I'm a wimp. It's cold. What can I say?
There's two kinds of cold.
Oh no, we don't get like the brutal, freeze your balls off cold. We just get the little, edge around here.
Have you got 220 volts in your shop?
How cold was that, Stella?
No, you heard it the first time. You're not going to draw me in on that one.
Stella, do you have 220 volt service in your shop, like an outlet?
Yes, but it's a very small service. It's only like a 30 amp service. I only have like a very small amount. No, I have a kerosene heater in here. It'll warm up in about 3 hours.
Those 220 volt electric construction heaters. That's how I used to heat my shop. And my wife said in the wintertime it would cost us about $100 a month for me to run extra hydro.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I used to get my garage. That was a 1.5 car garage to 88 degrees Fahrenheit.
But you know
This
what, Wayne?
cost
If you
me-
can earn $100, if you lose $100 and you could earn 1,000, you're still up.
Yeah.
This
Oh,
this only
absolutely.
cost me $24 a year, so that's
Yeah, but
what
it
I do.
smells. It stinks. It stinks.
No,
It's
it
bad for the
doesn't-
environment. You need electric.
Yeah, it makes it smell like a shop.
it only stinks. It only stinks when I spill it.
Stella,
But
you
the-
got to think green like Klaus's t-shirts.
No, it stinks in here like stale gasoline anyway. I'm not.
I don't
Yeah,
spill
they
fuel.
throw a lot of heat. They do.
Say what, Bruce?
I don't spill fuel.
No, you pour it. You pour it.
I pour it out.
I spill it all the time. Believe me.
You know what? I
Bruce
really
did-
tried to stop
I've
doing
done
that, and I never had
Bruce
any luck.
had 3 videos in a row. 3 in a row that the gas went on the floor, and out came the mop.
No, it's not.
That's how he cleans the floor.
But I put the mop outside when I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ka-foof.
Bruce, you do exactly like the rest of us. We just don't tell.
You just
know?
don't put it on video. That's
Yeah.
all.
Exactly.
Well, all the oil and gasoline actually is makes for a nice kind of finish on the floor, so it doesn't like when I spill water, it doesn't soak in.
Exactly.
Repellent.
And you
Yeah,
can
that's
skate
right.
across the floor with the oil.
I have a problem. My floor is epoxy painted, so nothing soaks in.
Mr.
Well-
Louis.
Yeah.
I wish I'd done that. I wish I'd thought to do that when I built this little shed. I have another shed out there that I did do epoxy paint on the floor, and I guess I would just be slipping and sliding around on it. So I guess this is kind of better.
I do that. I do that. But
Yeah.
you're right.
Got
You're
snow
right.
on the bottom of your shoes.
We don't have. I just have mud on the bottom of my shoes. That's all I have. So
Well, when I built my shop, there was a guy who said that between the first and the second coat of epoxy paint, you got to throw out some fine-grained sand.
Yeah.
And I was too busy, and I was just, I needed to get this done. It's been a project that's been running for 3
Mhm.
months. I had to
Totally
get it done.
with you.
Yeah, I don't have time for sand. I'll paint it the second time. And now, when I come in with snow on my shoes,
It's a
it's
skate
like, geez, yeah, exactly.
well,
It's
you
horrible.
can add another coat and put some sand in that other coat.
Yeah,
paint it
that
again.
will mean I have to clean all my crap out. No,
Well, for my uncle who got injured,
but you're right, Stella. You're right. You're
my
right.
uncle got injured. He had to build a ramp up to it's 6 steps up to the front door. So he built a ramp along the front of the house because he's in a wheelchair now. He's going to be from now on. And we built the ramp, and then we painted it, and then threw sand on it after we painted it on fresh paint. And then we painted it again, threw sand on it on the fresh paint.
Mhm.
There's plenty of traction all the way up it now.
Oh yeah, in hindsight, I should have done that.
I didn't.
Oh, it's so easy to look back, though, eh? Like
Yeah,
on
it is.
my
I mean-
garage, I built my garage and poured the concrete, and I ran out of mesh on the last 6 feet on the apron. Right,
Yeah.
the truck's there, like everything's happening. So I just said, "Oh, to hell with it," and just slooped the concrete in there, and that's the part that heaves and goes up and down, and it's
Yeah.
I look back and all I see is a disaster area. So that's what.
Oh, you mean your pots area?
Yes.
Actually, it looks a little cleaner than it used to, Stella.
Well, that's because it's so far away. You can't see the fine details.
You better
See, that's-
blow up Stella there, Lou.
No, don't do that.
Yeah.
There you go, Stella. There you go.
It's just so overexposed back there that you really can't tell. So
You look
Sorry.
frozen. You look absolutely frozen, girl.
Yeah.
it's cold out here. I'm not
You need
kidding.
In here.
You need one of these.
No, I'm having one of these. I'm having a cider that's warming me up.
I went and was
Is that
shopping.
a
What
dick
are
in the
those?
cider?
I was shopping for a Guinness down here, Stella, because I was going to have one for you on the beach.
Nice.
It was $8 for a can.
I'm sure.
So how
Good
many
stuff.
did you? So how many did you buy, Bruce?
I'm still planning on it.
Phil,
We're a 2
I
mile
got
walk
one,
from.
Phil.
No, we're 2 miles from the store here.
Cheers,
Well, if you're not that far away.
Cheers, one all the very best, mate. Take
No,
care.
I got people coming
Gary,
over to watch
we don't have a
the
car
fights.
here.
Good to see you, Wayne.
Take
Take
care,
care.
Mr. Wayne.
Everybody, have a
See you
good
later,
one.
Wayne.
Say hi, Wayne. Say hi to
Fellas,
Jake
start
for us,
jumping
will
up
you?
and down to warm up, eh?
Thanks for that.
Say hi to
Yeah,
Jake from us.
Say hi to Jake.
Okay. Take
Say hi
care.
to
Good
Jake.
day, Mr. Wayne.
Good day.
Cheers, mate.
I have to put on some gloves. It's so damn cold out here.
We were
I
just,
said
I
it's
was just
41
showing
there.
Ken, you should get one of the, if you don't have a 240 volt service, you can get a 5,000 watt heater. I mean, that's all it'll be able to run, but at least
Even
you
the little
won't be freezing.
1500 would warm you up in an hour.
This will be warm in an hour. It'll be fine. But I
You
do
guys-
have a little AC.
I'm just asking. Have you guys seen the price of electricity?
A price of what?
Electricity?
Yeah.
I
let's-
just cut. I
just
just
cut
cut
it.
mine by
Same here.
60%.
Same here. My
Why?
wife,
What'd you do, Ken?
amazing with that.
He moved into Gary's house.
That'll fix it. Seriously, what did you do?
Our electric company zoom me, Phil. Our
Make him
electric
big,
company,
Phil.
Our electric company was increasing their rates on
Enlarge,
January
enlarge.
1st,
40%.
40%.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely ridiculous.
And we're like, what? So we have a thing called energyct.com or net or whatever. And you go there. Remember, in Connecticut, it's deregulated.
Yep.
So one person supplies, the other distributes. Okay. And you pay the middleman. So anyway, you go on this website, and my company UI, which my father actually retired from as a lineman after 40 years, they were at 25.7 cents a kilowatt hour. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
As of January 1st, add 40%. Okay.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Just below it, Constellation Energy, 16.7 cents.
But you have to be
Right.
committed to it for the
3
next
years.
3 years.
3 years. You know
and
what?
you get a $50 gift card to Amazon.
Well,
Wow.
you now are they committing to keep you at that rate,
Yes.
or
For
they can raise it
years.
in 2
State will
years?
insure it.
The state insures it, and if it goes down, you get the lower rate.
You get the
and
lower
if you want to leave them, no penalty.
No penalty. No early termination fee.
Nice. That's a nice deal. I mean, I shouldn't complain. I only pay, I think, like 12 cents.
That means I can
kilowatt hour
turn up
down
the
here,
heat
so-
another degree in my house.
Well, that's it. It's like the difference between we were joking around Christmas. It's like, okay, you take the thermostat, you increase it, less presents, turn the thermostat down, more presents. But I can't
Right.
take credit for figuring this out. My beautiful wife upstairs was the one that was on top of that, figuring it all out. Without her, I'd probably be
My
underwater.
mother's been changing her electric company like every year for the past 10 years,
Yeah.
ever since they
Well,
deregulated
it's
it.
good to move it around.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
I'm paying 11.9 cents Canadian per kilowatt.
What's that US? Bill?
That's
About 15.
About 10 cents.
Yeah,
10
okay,
cents,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. That's
About half of what I pay on a good day.
yeah.
Oh,
No, it's not bad.
But our natural gas has gone
But
through
you
the
see,
roof.
I have solar panels on my roof, which covers me for a large chunk of that, and then everything else in my house is natural gas. So
solar.
my utilities are way down, but it's because it's cheap around here. I know it's not very cheap where you guys are sometimes.
No,
so.
and solar panels are a scam up here in Connecticut. They want you to They basically want you to put panels on your roof. They'll fix the roof for you. They'll make sure that they'll replace it if it needs to be replaced.
Right.
But if you don't buy those panels in the system outright and you're leasing it from that company, you are at their mercy. You will not get any tax rebates. You won't get any federal rebates. You'll get lower bills if they do the survey correctly. See, like
if the meter spins backwards.
Well, that is still technically in danger here in Connecticut. Net metering is what they call the meter spinning backwards,
and they put a lien on your house.
Right. So so for my house, we get maybe about a dozen solar reps a year because the front of my house.
Oh yeah, you're right there.
I'm right there. We're on top of the hill, so 8 hours a day we got full on sun for the front of the house. So we would be a good candidate for it, but at like $28,000-$30,000.
What's the payback?
The payback is at least 10 to 15 years, and then by the time you pay that back, they've lost efficiency more than 10%, and now you're making a marginal amount of power selling back.
The technology's gone downhill,
and it's just not worth it. And you go and tell these people, like we'll go on the Facebook groups and say, hey, these guys are they're going to get a commission if they sell you the system.
Absolutely.
Whether you buy it. Either finance it, you lease it, or you get what's called a PPA. It's another type of financing. They don't want people to know that you're going to buy good, for you're basically paying them. You ask any lineman, they're like, they're basically paying us to put those solar panels on there. And the homeowner, if you're going to wind up dying in the place, then buy it and finance it and buy it outright. If you're going to go and leave that house in a few years, then go ahead.
It's not.
And leave it as the next person's problem.
No, I bought mine outright. I have about a 7.5 to 8 year payback period. It's net metering.
Yeah.
And at the time, I got whatever it was, the 30% tax rebate.
At the time, yes, you can still get that. Yeah, I think.
Well, no, I think now it's down to like 15, and I think they're going to phase it out completely in 2025.
Okay, so they pushed it down the road. Okay,
right. They pushed it on the road, and then I got a $6,000 rebate from Duke Energy, who's the power company. All in all, it wasn't that much out of pocket for me, but it went through. It wasn't one of these like people that are trying to sell it to me. I went out and sought 3 different companies that do this.
Yeah.
And I don't think I got taken for a ride. I mean, so
you
far
did your homework.
You did your homework. See, most people
won't
do it. They're like, oh, I hate paying $400 a month in my electric bill. And if I get solar, I can almost get that almost cut in half, or if not more. But people don't realize if you're paying a lease per month, you have a fixed payment per month to go to the solar companies. And if you have a very high energy month, so typically here is July, we have 1, 2, 3. We have 4 refrigerators in this house, and even at our worst, we are at around 350, 325.
Right.
That's with AC on.
That's with the AC on for July. On the worst, the least month I think is actually August.
Is that like April?
Really, that's crazy. August is my biggest month because of my air conditioning.
Let me look.
But I don't for like 9 months out of the year I pay like $16 a month for my electricity. That's like the minimum charge.
Mm-hmm.
And for 4 months of the year, the most I pay is like 150, maybe something like that. Yeah, I mean it's well worth it for me. The solar panels, it's made a big difference. So
yeah, actually, I take it back. It is May that is the lowest.
Yeah.
So May is the lowest.
Yeah, Memorial Day is the start of the heating.
It's already 100 degrees in May.
Cooling season, yep.
Yeah.
So May is the lowest and July is the highest.
I was just fact checking to make sure, but our bill is still 60% administration.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Oh.
Really?
They're raking you
It's
over
all
the coals.
fees.
That's it.
You use like a $20 in electricity and $150 in fees.
Yep. And they won't let you
pay for electricity and $3 a day for the package.
Here in the state of Connecticut, you can't get you have to, only certain companies will do it. And I think it depends if you have UI or Eversource, but they will not allow you to have a solar system. Even if you have a battery system, it still has to be tied to the grid. You can't have a solar system that is offline from the utility, because if you do that, then they're worried about backfeeding. But a good electrician can isolate it so where the solar panels will charge the battery wall, and you could run those specific circuits, and you're completely off grid from the utility. So the utility could run some of the heavier stuff. They will not. It's illegal.
Yeah, they don't
allow you to put in a break before make relay down there, and then
they don't allow you to do that here either. And like I said, their minimum service charge is $16 a month. So I'm not complaining about that.
No, but like I said, it's just that there's ways around you. If you wanted to do if you didn't want them on the roof. See, my wife doesn't want them, and I don't want them because they look like shit. Yeah. They look terrible on top of the roof.
I think so too.
Even if you put a panel array somewhere off the house, like in the front yard, you know, it is possible. But again, you have to have it grid tied to the utility.
Yes.
You cannot have it isolated because they will actually pull your meter if you do that. It's just that's the way that they ensure the profits.
Yeah, and mine, and of course the solar array looks awful on the roof of my house because I've got the vent here, the plumbing vent, the vent. You know, it's like this big. There's all these big holes in it, but you know, hey, I put as many panels up there as I could. So
my insurance company told me they wouldn't allow me because of the fire hazard.
Fire hazard, yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. Well, I have a metal roof, so maybe my fire hazard is minimized.
Lightning strikes or something like that, or a chance of fire.
Are you guys on that? Is anybody on natural gas out there?
Natural gas is not available.
After the first beer, yeah.
No, I mean, everything else in my house is natural gas. I mean, my dryer, my heater.
$5.79.
They use Stella in my neighborhood. You used to call up Southern Connecticut Gas. They'd come out for free and hook you up. Now it's $10,000.
$10,000. So right here where I live, so the main road between where the city is, natural gas is on the main road. But we come off the side road. It would cost anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000 per house for the gas company to come out, dig up the road, and then run it to the house. And all of them would have to agree to even get it down to where I am, which is on another cul-de-sac access road. No one's going to do all that. A lot of people have two large 250-pound tanks that will power their house, and they have a lot of propane deliveries.
They're phasing out natural gas.
Propane is no, I don't think so, Henry.
No.
New York and California right now are starting the trend.
They're starting the trend because they think that the natural gas is the source of asthma.
Right.
Oh, and it's also it makes carbon dioxide when it burns. But I think the rest of the world should get off coal first before they start.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%, Bruce.
Right.
Here they started biogas.
Yeah.
From
they tried it here.
Yeah, and it's they use it from waste from farms and big what do you call it? Slaughterhouses.
They put covers over the landfills here too, and then they suck methane off the landfills.
Hey, Vincent, we'll just zoom in on Henry. Henry can answer that. About 60% of our gas production at the moment is biogas.
What am I answering?
The question right there.
Oh, what's
get one.
Yeah, it's great. I can't say anything better.
Watch Henry's videos.
Yeah, watch the videos.
And I hear a guy named Mick did it too.
Yeah.
Who?
Mick's Mode.
It's a new channel.
Michael Roberts, he's right.
Is that a new guy?
Does he have a channel?
If the grid
I don't think so. I mean, it's probably just one of those that has one wrench and one screwdriver and
a wish list
and a wish list, and then that's it.
He got the wrench and the screwdriver on the wish list.
Yeah, Conker, put out the link.
Straight away. He's probably your phone ringing.
Ring, ring. That'll be coming up soon.
He's probably watching a film with Sue, I expect.
Yeah. Smoosing around instead of watching us. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh no, he's watching, Klaus. You can be sure of one thing. He's watching, mate. Absolutely.
It's he's watching. For me to start making snacks. It's football time here.
That's the cheap stuff.
You used to get it at the pump.
Yeah, that's the cheap stuff. Now you buy it by the
gallon jug.
Yeah, gallon jug.
$10-12.
You're getting bent over and stick sand in the Vaseline.
Ouch.
Yeah, I actually.
That doesn't sound fun to me.
Sand and Vaseline just doesn't jive well, does it?
That's a couple of words that I don't like to hear together.
Yeah.
That was the whole point, is the cringe factor.
Gold, Jerry, gold.
You got,
got
the
it,
cringe
man.
factor. Yeah.
What
That was
happened
a
to
question
John?
asked me enough only yesterday. I've got some old petrol, old gas, as you guys call it. I wonder, can I put some of it, mix it in my car, just to
When I
use it
saw,
and throw it
but I
away.
saw you had there, Phil. It's actually not that yellow. I think it's probably just fine. I would maybe filter it. Maybe filter it before you.
All you're doing, I mean, your car holds what, 12, 15 gallons or something?
My truck
You
has
know?
30.
And then you're putting maybe a half a gallon of bad gas
or
in there.
even a liter.
Well, thanks.
Your car doesn't care.
12.8.
No, that's what I thought.
I've
But I
actually
don't
run
want
the
to throw it
two
away.
I've run the 2-cycle oil when I've got that much left at the end of the year. I just dump it in the car. It doesn't
Yeah,
care.
Dump in the car because the reason is your car has a fuel pump. It's going to pump all that crap through there anyway. You don't care. It doesn't care if there's water or anything in it.
A little bit
If
of
there's
oil doesn't.
water, it
tiny
turns
bit of
into
oil's not
steam
gonna hurt.
and it cleans your top end anyway. So
It's
it's like a twofer.
You know, it's
Well,
a
the problem
real
you'd hit
tool
is
to
if
get
you
rid of
hit the
old
water,
petrol, old
it'd
gas.
all suck in at the same time because it would be on the bottom of the tank, and you'd be running your car on water for a brief moment.
No, man, your car's doing this the whole time. It's shaking all that
It'd
stuff.
shake it up.
Yeah.
It would emulsify it a little bit.
But
Emulsify.
I mean, the price of our fuel over
Big
here,
word.
about 160 a liter. It's worth doing. You know, our petrol prices over here in the UK have come down, but they're still expensive, really expensive.
It is.
Speaking
It's
of expensive, hey John.
John, you're back.
I'm back.
Well, it must be close to 4 o'clock.
I took a short break. Calm down. I'm back.
Come on in.
I thought
Come
we'd have a
in,
yellow
Randy.
T-shirt on when you
Look,
came
you
back.
can, mate. Come on in.
Hey, John, what's on your hat? What is that?
It's a line clearing service here locally. They clear the power lines, the right of ways, tree limbs and trees and brush.
Chainsaw guys.
Mm-hmm.
Man, those guys massacre a tree in my front yard, and I got out and yelled at them one day, "Get out of my yard!" Because
They're
they're
not a
like
yard.
cutting
They're
it
not a
back.
yard service. They're a tree killing service.
Well, yeah, and it's supposed to be by law 10 feet from the power lines, and they're cutting 20 feet from the power lines. And I said, "Get out of my yard!" And the guy says, "We're gonna get you next time." I'm like, "Fine, whatever." I was being that person. So I mean, I hate to be that person sometimes, but you know.
should see the trees they cut
Yeah,
here.
my neighbor had a 50-year-old cherry blossom tree. Beautiful.
Hey,
cherry
everybody.
blossom tree. And the power lines were like
Randy.
30 feet up, 35 feet up. They lopped it.
Yeah.
They took off the top 15 feet. Now it looks
Square.
like I don't even know what it looks like. It looks like
Umbrella.
a martini glass.
Hey guys, say hello to Randy.
Hey,
Hey,
Randy, how you
Hey,
doing?
man.
Hi, Randy.
Sorry,
I'm
Randy,
doing
you're
better this week than I was last week.
Well, you're coming in at the end, but
Yeah.
What?
Last
Are you
week I-
Half
ill?
left. Talk
Well,
fast.
last week my washing machine decided to die on me, so I had to wait a week to get one.
ooh,
I know the feeling. I hope you could get a dumb washing machine.
You never knew.
Well, it turns
Yeah.
out I know exactly what
I
happened.
understand
I think the circuit board in the one I had went bad, and parts weren't available for it, so it's just as easy to get a new one.
mhm.
Well, if I can suggest, go ahead and buy a new circuit board for the one you have now, so you can replace it in 4 years when that one craps out and they don't make them anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Try to repair them at the component level. That's what happened to my furnace here. It kept on turning on and off because of a bad solder joint. And I was
Right.
It was funny though, Gary. I could get my old washer. It would it would agitate, but I could not. It would go into spin and would kick out, and it would fail.
Yep.
You know, I just
Yeah,
bought
what-
a new air fryer after going through 2 Ninjas and having them both fail after a year. I bought the Power XL, which has one thing going for it: big round
Hold on.
buttons, no board.
Yeah.
Washer. Well, what's going on? I just lost it there for a
It's
second.
not a two-stroke engine, huh?
Two-stroke. Two-stroke. Now I know what we're talking about. Now we're talking.
That's what I want—a 2-stroke air fryer.
Don't do what you
No,
should.
I buy the dumbest appliances that I can buy, and
too.
and I have not regretted 1 minute of buying the stupidest damn appliance that I can get.
You know, that's exactly what my wife says when she makes me cook.
I bought the second most expensive one because they gave a 10-year warranty on the electronics and the engine or the motor.
And
What, you mean the compressor motor?
No. The electric motor in the washer and and all the electronics. They gave a 10-year warranty on that. So I figured, yeah, if there's a leak, I'll duct tape it. The rest will last for 10 years.
We did that too, but we bought a. Sorry, we bought a.
They tried to bring the Maytag man back, but that ain't gonna work.
No, man.
Well, they had Mike Rowe. Wasn't Mike Rowe supposed to be it?
Yeah, he was.
I think. I don't remember again.
Yeah, we bought commercial units for $1,000 more, and they have no do hummers. They've just got
Yeah, here you go. There's a new product. Zoom in, Klaus, or zoom in, Phil.
Where are we? There you go.
Absolutely, that's me. That's me. Hell yeah! Woohoo! That's me.
That was you, John.
Get off my lawn. Get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn.
Get off my ground. Get off my land.
If you guys thinking about PVC cannons for that go-kart before it's done.
All right.
Yeah, Bill, did you see my comment earlier in the chat? I said when you were looking for an engine for that go-kart.
Yeah.
I said put a washing machine motor on it.
Yeah, I saw that. It's like, well, you
Nice.
know, then I need an extension cord or an inverter.
Yeah.
And
I tell you
batteries.
what, guys, before we go, I got to say one thing. You've seen these two here; they gradually get more and more silly as the 2 hours have gone by on that beer.
They're paying no attention whatsoever.
Yeah, don't even look up
Absolutely
the
not. Absolutely not.
Gary,
Yeah.
you can look at
That's how it. There you are.
Oh,
There you are.
He's not showing us, but Kenny was actually looking at a picture of Gary.
No, we're just watching porn. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
There you go.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's what I said.
Generator porn.
Hey,
now.
Phil, make me big. I just wanted to show you.
Oh, how often do you hear that, huh, Henry?
Yeah.
Oh,
There you go.
congratulations,
Beaut.
Mr. Henry.
She's a beaut.
Congratulations,
She's a
Henry.
beaut.
Little dog. Little dog.
Congratulations, Henry.
Brilliant, everyone.
You sure that's not like the
That's a
great
good way to finish it off.
Yeah. And with that, guys, I'm going to call it. That's a perfect way to end a lovely evening. Henry, thank you, mate.
Right.
That was wonderful.
Take it easy, everybody.
Take it
Thanks,
easy,
everybody,
everyone.
for
Good to
coming
see
up. Look forward to seeing you all
Take
again.
care.
All the
Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Just take
Thank
care,
you.
everybody. And
As Mr. Chris
hopefully
would
we'll
say,
see you all very
adios.
soon. Take care.
Take care.
Who's leaving?
Bye-bye.